AVC presents high school football. This game is brought to you by Doan Ford, patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, WB Green, West 40 Auto Sales, Southeastern Med, Abel's, Valentine Insurance, TK Auto, White Pillars Christmas House, Wayne Garage Doors, Galaxy's Pizza, J&S Tree Services, Stoney's RVs, 209 Tire, and Guernsey County Children's Services.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Maysville Athletic Complex in South Zanesville. My name is Mike Snively, and I'm joined by Richard Hall. Tonight, we are kicking off the 2022 high school football season as the Meadowbrook Colts traveled from Byesville to do battle against the Maysville Panthers. Last year, the Colts upended the Panthers by 17 points at a score of 42-25. And that game was at Meadowbrook last year. The Colts are coming off of a 10-3 season, making it to the regional semifinals, losing to St. Clairsville. The Panthers are coming off a 3-7 season, but returned some key skilled players. Richard, I know you've been doing your homework on this. What are your initial thoughts tonight with this game?
Well, Mike, I think this is a great matchup on paper. When you look at the Maysville Panthers, they have a lot of their skill people back. They're going to be very young at the offensive and defensive line, which I think they'll be tested tonight by the Meadowbrook Colts, because when you look across the way at Meadowbrook, that is actually one of their major strengths this year,
right,
coming in early, is going to be the experience of their offense and defensive line. So it's quite a chess match tonight for both Coach Norman and Coach Clark as they prepare for this game, because they have opposite strengths. Maysville is returning an awful lot of experience. They have a veteran quarterback in Alex Bobb. You look at Hayden Jarrett, who rushed for over 1,100 yards last year. He's going to get a lot of carries, and they just have a nice balance now. But what's going to be interesting is Coach Clark's teams have been known to just kind of gut it out and be real physical. Well, with a young offense and defensive line, they're going to look to be a little more aggressive offensively by spreading you out. They want to throw the ball around. They want to get the ball in space. So I think it's going to be interesting how Maysville attempts to attack the Colts.
That's some good points you made there, and we talked about this on the way over. Hayden Jarrett is going to be probably the best athlete on the field tonight. And we've both seen him play basketball. We've watched him play football for several years now. He's just a big, strong kid. And talking with the Meadowbrook defensive staff, that's their number one concern. We got to get Hayden Jarrett to the ground somehow. But he's returning a ton. He's got so many veteran qualities. And not to mention on the defensive side of the ball, he's probably going to be their best defensive player. So Hayden Jarrett, definitely the key. Another thing we were talking about too, the weather has been not so warm, not so August-like in Southeast Ohio the last few weeks. Well, tonight all of a sudden, we've got a game-time temperature of about 82 with a heat index of around 90. So what the heck's going to happen tonight with, are we going to have a bunch of cramps tonight? Is this going to be a 4-hour game? I mean, what are we thinking here?
Well, it's very possible. You're right. They haven't practiced in this very much. And, as we talked about on the way over, the officials will dictate that a little bit by how often they give them breaks to maybe have water and have a break. So it's really, the actions of the officials aren't going to dictate everything, but it certainly could make a difference how many breaks they give those players tonight on the field, because it is very hot. And but that's part of high school football.
Yes.
Week one. I mean, this is not that unexpected, but again, like you said, it can have an impact in the game.
I will tell you this, though. We are not hot up in this beautiful press box at this facility. We have air conditioning, we have water, and we have space. If you want to, there's several ways you can join us tonight. And if you're listening to the game on the radio, you can listen to us on TV or vice versa. We're on the Nash Icon 107.9 FM out of Cambridge. We're also on 98.5 FM out of Zanesville. Several ways to watch us tonight. We're on YRP TV, the Facebook page, or we are on the YRP TV YouTube page. Additionally, and this is a new one, and this is we are moving up into the technology world. If you're having issues on the YRP TV page, you can stream Meridix, Meridix. Just push the icon there, and that can help you with your streaming issues. I tell you what, we're going to take a little bit of a break here, and we got about 18, 17 minutes till kickoff, and we will be right back after this.
The car is making a strange noise. Then the worry starts. Who can we trust to fix the vehicle that won't cost an arm and a leg? TK Auto Service is the answer. They're the area's garage that treats customers fair and repairs what needs repaired. No upsells to drive the cost up. TK Auto Service, east of New Concord and minutes from Cambridge on Route 40.
Hey, this is Ted with TK Auto Service. Give us a call at 826-4916. That's 826-4916. Make us your repair service for all your vehicle care.
Like bones, your teeth lose density and become weaker over time, which can lead to tooth decay. And that can make your visit to the dentist feel like this. But if you want your dental visit to feel like this, try Crest Densify. Crest Densify actively rebuilds tooth density to extend the life of teeth by remineralizing enamel. Densify from Crest, the #1 toothpaste brand in America. Smile, Crest has you covered.
DQ presents how to experience the new DQ Reese's Take 5 Blizzard with your 5 senses. First, open your eyes and see it all. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, caramel, peanuts, pretzels. It's beautiful. Then, feel it. Oh, it's cold. Next, listen to it. Now, smell it with your nose. Oh, sweet top notes. And finally, taste it. Experience the new Reese's Take 5 Blizzard today. DQ, happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com. Delivery subject to availability, additional fees, and minimum order requirements.
Do you really think that an insurance company who promises quotes in a few minutes has your best interest in mind? Do they really know you and what coverages you need? Hi, this is John Valentine with Valentine Insurance. We take time to learn about you and your insurance needs so you can feel comfortable that you're receiving the right coverages at the best possible prices. Find us on Facebook, stop by our office, or give us a call at 994-1776. Valentine Insurance, a partner you can depend on.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Welcome back to the Maysville Athletic Conference here in South Zanesville. What a beautiful facility here. Beautiful tree line here in the backdrop, and as the Maysville band comes to the field to get ready for the opening kickoff to the 2022 season. I'd like to hit a few sponsors here, and without these great sponsors, you would not be listening to myself or Richard Hall, or you would not be watching the game. So we have Wayne Garage Door, Galaxy Pizza, J&S Tree Services, Stoney's RVS, 209 Tire and Mass Tire, Guernsey County Children's Services, Bruner Land Company, TK Auto Services, Doan Ford, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, WB Green, West 40 Auto Sales, Southeastern Med, Abel's Heating and Cooling, Valentine Insurance, and White Pillars Christmas House. So, Richard, we were talking also on the way over, you know, Meadowbrook has had a pretty good run in the last several years of football. They do lose a lot of offensive firepower, including Josh Hupp last year, who threw for right around 3,000 yards, if not over 3,000 yards, a ton of receivers. But they're going to have to, if you've got to rely on something, you want to rely on those big guys up front, those 5 big guys up front. And do you see Meadowbrook trying to establish the run early?
I really do, based on their experience at the offensive line position. They're also very deep. He's going to play a lot of folks at the offensive line. I think they'll try to establish the run. And they want to test the Maysville defensive line, which we see as being very inexperienced tonight.
Right.
So I think they'll try to establish the run. The also think I would bring to the point, Mike, that all these kids have seen, even though they haven't played a lot, all they've seen is they've seen their team win.
Right.
And
exactly.
I'll tell you, winning makes a difference because the old adage, success breeds success. Well, I think athletically, even though they haven't had a ton of experience on the field, they've seen these kids before them win. So they're expected to win by the community, and I think that's a good thing. I think that brings out the best in them, and they will grow tremendously over the year. But, week one, I'm sure they're a little bit nervous due to that lack of experience. But, they've seen a lot of success, and I really think that, that helps you.
Yeah, it does. You're exactly right. Success, it's just contagious sometimes. And Meadowbrook's been on a roll, athletically with their boys programs the last few years. Speaking of that offensive line, they're going to start 3 seniors, a junior and sophomore. Chucky Dyer is going to start at the left tackle. Opposite on the right tackle is going to be Mitchell George, just a sophomore. The center is going to be Bailey Kuhn. The left guard will be Austin Steele. And Zayden Yeagle will be a junior right guard. Now, on that Maysville defense, their counterparts, they are relatively young. And it's going to be up front, number 76, Colton Dumont. Only a freshman will start at the nose tackle. And the 2 defensive ends in their 3-3 alignment will be Andrew Boffman and Dylan Stevens, 2 juniors respectively. Folks, we're going to take a quick break here. We're going to pay our respect to the United States with the national anthem, and we will be right back in a few minutes.
Are you looking for a way to make a positive difference in a child's life? Hi, my name is Alicia Mallett, and I'm the Foster Care Program Coordinator for Guernsey County Children's Services. There are children right here in your community who need a temporary or permanent home through foster care or adoption. Are you ready to be that home for them? For more information on how to become a foster or adoptive parent, please call 740-439-5555. The children in our community are counting on you.
Looking to buy land? Do you want 5 acres or more, say up to 50 acres? Bruner Land Company off I-77 Vocational Road, Byesville has land for sale. Buy acreage in Ohio, West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Pennsylvania, and Indiana. Bruner Land Company has 500 tracts of land to choose from and creative financing for buyers. When it's land you want to buy, it's Bruner Land Company you should call. Bruner Land Company, Byesville off I-77. Give them a call at 685-3064 or go to brunerland.com.
You're headed to work, and as you pull out, you notice your garage door has a broken spring, or a loose cable, a roller that's jumping the track, or some damage from your teenager who's still learning to drive. No worries. The professionals at Wayne Garage Door can provide quality service fast when you need it. And because you're busy, we make it easy to schedule a service call. Just go to waynedoor.com on your phone and request a visit from one of our skilled technicians. We'll get you on the schedule right away, and you'll experience peace of mind before you reach the office. Wayne Garage Door, service when you need it.
If you're having any problems with your air conditioning, you want someone who will be there right away to help. This is Russ Abels. At Abels, we provide emergency service for any brand of heating cooling system 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call us. We promise to get you up and running quickly and professionally. And if you ever need a replacement or you always wanted AC, we'll help you save energy and money with a new high-efficiency system. For heating and air conditioning, call Abels.
Galaxy Pizza of Byesville and Cambridge features fresh-made dough and fresh-cut veggies on their products every day. Pizza and wings make the perfect combination for your game. Galaxy Pizza is happy to help with the sports preview and want to wish all teams good luck in the upcoming season. Enjoy the evening and enjoy their pizza. Galaxy Pizza, we're out of this world. Give them a call in Byesville or in Cambridge to place your order at 685-0744 or 439-0744.
Whether you are experiencing pain in your knee, tingling in your fingers, or a sore back, Superior Med Orthopedics is here for you. Their patients' health and safety is their top priority, and they currently offer telehealth visits for your initial appointment. Take comfort in knowing when you come to their facility, they're following all protocols to ensure you remain safe. Find out all their team offers by visiting seormc.org today to learn more.
I'm not buying till I check Doan Ford.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford online at doanford.com.
Welcome back to South Zanesville. We are here live at Maysville High School. Beautiful day today, 82 degrees. Finally, the humidity is going down a little bit here, so hopefully these football players get to enjoy a fun-free, cramp-free game. But I'm with Richard Hall. I'm Mike Snively here with Richard Hall. And, Richard, last year, Game 10, Maysville, a 3-6 team, going to Philo, a big rival game. Week 10, Philo jumps out on Maysville. It's 28-0 right out of the gate. Get to the second half, and Philo gets it to a running clock above 30 points. So I'm thinking I'm going to be out of here early tonight. Next thing I know, Maysville starts coming back, and it gets to a 10-point game. An onside kick almost went to Maysville. I'm thinking, if they get this onside kick, we got a whole new ball game. And I'm thinking the possibility Maysville's going to come back and win this game from a 30-point deficit. But they didn't, and they didn't quit. And I thought, if I'm Craig Clark, I'm really, really proud of my kids tonight. And you wonder if something like that carries over, that momentum carries over to a night like tonight, basically 9 months later.
Boy, Mike, I think it does. I mean, that's just vintage Coach Clark football. He always tries to bring out the toughness in his kids, and I actually had him a couple times last year on the radio, and they competed every night,
right.
Regardless of what the record was, and, he's had success here, so, had a down year, but, even though they have some youth on the offensive and defensive line, they've got a ton of talent back that I think they have great senior leadership. They've got juniors with experience. And I think if the offense and defensive line matures, and we don't know how quick that will happen, it might have happened in the scrimmages. We don't know.
Right.
So I think, by week 10, they're going to have a really good football team.
Right.
It's just going to be a matter of how quickly it comes together.
Exactly. And thankfully, one of the Maysville coaches came and told us that Logan Wilhite, the sophomore linebacker, who normally wears number 34, will be wearing number 56 tonight. So we'd like to thank the Maysville coaching staff for pointing that fact out. That's going to help these eyes for sure, and we don't want to make any mistakes with numbers, but I'm sure there's going to be mistakes made by me and Richard tonight, but we're going to get the rust off, and we're going to get better too. We'll be right, I tell you what, we're going to take about a couple-minute break here, let the teams run out onto the field, and we'll be right back after this.
Christmas house, and you'll definitely feel like it is. From the smallest decorations and ornaments to heirloom quality collectibles, the White Pillars Christmas House is your best choice for celebrating the holiday season. Visit the White Pillars Village Shops, National Road between Cambridge and Zanesville, exit 164 off I-70, open Monday through Saturday 10 to 5.
Stoney's RV Center is the place that makes buying a new RV easy. Ask about their on-site financing with very affordable payments, and they make on-site camper service calls to the area campgrounds. Stoney's RV also carries cargo trailers, car haulers, horse and stock trailers, and open utility trailers. They install hitch systems and fill propane tanks too. Stoney's RV Center, the place that takes camping to the next level, and a proud sponsor of our area high school sports teams.
In your time of need, will you be happy with your cut-rate car insurance? Will you have the coverages you need? Valentine Insurance is dedicated to protecting you and your family when you need it. As an independent insurance agency, we have partnered with many reputable insurance companies who even have local claims adjusters to provide you with unbeatable service. Are you going to trust a talking lizard to help you with your claim? Really? Don't let this happen to you. Trust the professionals at Valentine Insurance. Call 994-1776.
How can you select from insurance companies offering you lizards or ducks? When it comes to protection for your home and auto, you want a company that provides quality insurance products and personalized, fair, friendly claims service. WB Green Insurance represents Westfield Insurance. Their reputation is based on sharing knowledge and building trust. Westfield has been around the neighborhood over 150 years. WB Green Insurance welcomes the opportunity to quote your home, car, and business insurance. Don't be fooled by lizards and ducks. Call 439-1329.
Welcome back, everybody, to South Zanesville. We are at the Maysville Athletic Complex tonight. My name is Mike Snively. Joining me is Richard Hall. We are on Zanesville 107.9, Cambridge 98.5, YRP-TV Facebook, YRP-TV YouTube. And if you're having streaming issues, you can stream through Meadowbrook. The Maysville Panthers just took the field. They are donning the royal blue uniforms with the athletic gold trim, wearing white helmets and a blue emblem. You have to take the fields, Meadowbrook. We are just about ready to kick it off. And we got a beautiful night. Just check the game time temp. It's now 81. Feels really, really good. Virtually no wind. And I did not catch, Richard, the coin flip. And I said, that's one thing we need to check first, is who's going to win the coin toss. And the announcer did make the announcement, but I couldn't hear it. So we will find out here shortly anyway. Meadowbrook yet to take the field. Coach Steve Norman in his second year. Coach Norman been with the program for many, many years. As an assistant, took over last year, had a fantastic record of 10-3. As we said, they had playoff victories over Vinton County, John Glenn, and then lost to St. Clairsville in that regional semifinals. Colts have made 5 playoff appearances: 2021, 2020, 2018, 2017, and 2015. Like we mentioned, Meadowbrook has been on a roll lately, and the Colts do take the field carrying the American flag and the brown M flag, brown and white M flag. They are wearing orange pants, white shirts with orange helmets. Going to be a great game tonight. There's a lot of question marks, Dr. Hall, or Richard Hall. I told you I wouldn't call you Dr. Hall, but I'm going to slip up every once in a while because that's normally what I call you. But Richard, looks like Maysville's going to kick it off here, and Colts going to get that offense on the field first. Yeah, they really are, and that'll be a good test for Meadowbrook in terms of their inexperience. And it's going to be a great test for the defensive line of the Panthers, who have inexperience. So a great interesting matchup on paper, obviously. I'm looking forward to it. I know you are too. Looks like number 0, something a new rule in the high school football. You can wear number 0 or 00. Wesley Armstead will be kicking off. He's a junior. Back deep for the Colts are going to be, looks like 23, Ty Griffith. And I'm thinking number 12, Cooper McManaway. McManaway coming in tonight as a freshman, so I'm sure he has a little bit of nerves tonight. First varsity contest. Sure, the Colts are going to miss the services of his brother who just graduated, Brady McManaway. So left-footed kicker Armstead. Lines are up 7 yards deep, and we're underway. Griffith's going to catch the ball at about the 8-yard line. Going to run to his right. Has a little bit of lane. He's got a lot of lane, but we have a flag down. And he was taken down by the kicker, Armstead, but the flag's going to bring it back probably. It's back here at the 28-yard line. My initial guess would be a hold. Yeah, when you look at the spot of the flag, it's more likely a hold. But I'll tell you, one of the things that Coach Norman alluded to in the preseason was special teams could be a strength for the Colts this year. Yeah, and there's always the 3 portions of the game, and you got your offense, your defense, and your special teams. Your special teams are going to win or lose you a couple games a year. You have to be sound, and it was a hold on the Colts. And it looks like that's going to back it up to about probably, it looks like the holding took place at the 25-yard line, so that should back it up to the, no, the hold must have occurred at the 35, so they backed it up to the 25. So the Colts will take over. I still don't, okay, now they're going to back it up to the 15. Colts will take over on the right hash, closest to their sideline. Under center will be sophomore Justice Huey, making his first high school start in the backfield behind him. Sidecar will be Sam Bopp, pistol formation. Trips left, single receiver to the right. Handoff, fake to Bopp. Huey follows the lead of Bopp. He's going to pick up about 6. Looked like he was brought down by number 63, Trenton Pitts, the 5'8", 220-pound senior for Maysville. Quickly to the ball. Colts line it up. Colts like to play fast. Quick pop pass, and it may have been deflected. I think he was actually hit. I think Huey was hit that time by 63, Trenton Pitts. And we do have a power lineman player of the game, and Trenton Pitts is already making a early statement for that award.
Yeah, that's good play call by the Colts there. They put the ball in Huey's hands right away on a run and let him attempt a pass to try to get the nerves out of him right away.
3rd and 4. Colts had 3 receivers to the right. We got a screen coming back the other way, and a well-played defensive play by Dylan Stevens, the junior linebacker, defensive end, and made a nice play there on the screen pass. And it looks like the Colts lost about 5 yards on that screen play. So that's going to bring in the punting unit for Meadowbrook. Armstead is back for Maysville. And I'm trying to get a number here on the punter for Meadowbrook. Not sure. Low snap, bobbled it, and he's in trouble. And he's going to be taken down by Cohen Fink. Number 10 takes down the punter, and I still can't get a number on the guy, but a low snap almost had to go to the ground and take a knee and down it there, but Maysville couldn't ask for a better starting field position.
No, they could not, and Colin Fink for Maysville is one of the returning lettermen, so he got in there quick to make the tackle right at the goal line.
Yes, Fink is one of the, you're going to hear his name a lot tonight. So Maysville gets the ball on the Meadowbrook 4-yard line, first possession of their year, 10:38 here in the first quarter.
Boy, if you're Meadowbrook, you certainly didn't want to give Maysville that field position this early in the game with the experience they do have with their skill folks.
So Bob's going to be in at center, or I'm sorry, behind the center. He is right beside Hayden Jarrett and Cohen Fink again. Bob takes it, hands it off to Jarrett. Jarrett runs hard, but there are a herd of Meadowbrook tacklers. There are at least 5 guys gang tackling there. Looked like initially the initial stop was made by Zayden Yeagle, number 52. A loss of 1 there on the carry for Hayden Jarrett. So it's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. Bob out of the shotgun, trips to the left, single receiver to the right. Colts in a man-to-man coverage. Throws it over and in his hands and out of his hands to number 3. That was to Sammy Scott. And Scott would like to have that one back because that looked like an easy 6 on that slant route, but that's going to bring up 3rd and 5 for Maysville.
Yeah, might have been too wide open right there. He just had too much time to think about it and just dropped it in the end zone there.
You know, sometimes as a receiver, if you let it get to your body and hits those shoulder pads first instead of your hands catching it first, it does have the tendency to bounce. So 3rd and goal here at the 5. Bob in the center, this time trips to the right. They send Jarrett in motion. It's a quick pitch out here, a little sweep. Jarrett makes a great move, and it's going to be close. I don't think he's in. It's going to be really close. He's going to be inside the 1. Touchdown saving tackle there by Sam Bopp, number 4, the senior for Meadowbrook. So, and I don't think there's any question. Craig Clark's going to go for this, and right at the 1-yard line on the right hash. So Maysville lines it up. Shotgun formation, 2 backs, Fink and Jarrett. It's going to be Bob straight ahead. It's going to be close. No signal yet. Maysville players all signaling touchdown, and they held them. The Colts held them on defense. There's no signal yet. Now it is. Now there's a touchdown. There's a touchdown. So what a wave of emotions, Richard, right there.
Yeah, they weren't sure. All the officials came together, then gave the signal.
Yeah, and I thought for sure the way Meadowbrook celebrated that they did hold the Panthers there, but a late call by the officials, and that's going to give Maysville the initial lead with 9:13 left in the first quarter, 6-0. On the kick, the extra point for the Maysville Panthers is Sammy Scott. Right footer kicks it. It's up, and it's good. So with 9:13 left to play in the first quarter here from South Zanesville, Maysville 7, Meadowbrook 0. We'll be right back.
How can you select from insurance companies offering you lizards or ducks? When it comes to protection for your home and auto, you want a company that provides quality insurance products and personalized, fair, friendly claims service. WB Green Insurance represents Westfield Insurance. Their reputation is based on sharing knowledge and building trust. Westfield has been around the neighborhood over 150 years. WB Green Insurance welcomes the opportunity to quote your home, car, and business insurance. Don't be fooled by lizards and ducks. Call 439-1329.
The car is making a strange noise. Then the worry starts. Who can we trust to fix the vehicle that won't cost an arm and a leg? TK Auto Service is the answer. They're the area's garage that treats customers fair and repairs what needs repaired. No upsells to drive the cost up. TK Auto Service, east of New Concord and minutes from Cambridge on Route 40.
Hey, this is Ted with TK Auto Service. Give us a call at 826-4916. That's 826-4916. Make us your repair service for all your vehicle care.
Back to Maysville, big kickoff there by Armstead, taken by Ty Griffith back inside the 5. Griffith brings it all the way to the right side. He's got a lot of room. Armstead, one man to beat, and Armstead, the kicker, saved what could have been a 95-yard kickoff return, but a great answer to that touchdown for Meadowbrook with Ty Griffith returning the kickoff 41 yards. And you know, Richard, the last time Maysville kicked off, there seemed to be a wedge there, a nice hole, and Meadowbrook took full advantage this time without the penalty.
Yeah, they had, the second kickoff, same result without the hold.
Right.
Great field position for the Colts to start.
Huey under center, hands it to Bop. Bop to the left, nowhere really to go, and we got to have a flag here. This may be declined because it's already going to be a 3-yard loss. Matthew Harper, the sophomore from Maysville, did a great job of contain and was able to take Bop down for a big loss. And Maysville may want to consider declining this to make it 2nd and 13. But no, they're going to go ahead and access the penalty. No, it was declined. It was declined, so it's going to bring up about 2nd and 13. Colts tried to go off the left end there. Not successful.
It's early, but so far the defensive line for the Panthers is holding up.
Doing well, doing well. 63, big 63 in there. Trenton Pitts, the senior, that nose guard. This time Huey keeps it. Huey wearing number 10. He picks up about 4.5. So that's going to bring up about 3rd and 9. And you know, with a young quarterback, Richard, 3rd and 9 is not the position you want to be in.
No, you don't. But I really like what Meadowbrook's doing early. Getting Huey a little bit of experience, letting him run the ball a little bit just to get comfortable.
Right. Only his 2nd possession as a starting quarterback of his young career. Like we said earlier, changed the number 10 this year, and that's the same number that the great Josh Hupp wore last year for the Colts. So 3rd and 9. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Huey rolls out and overthrows his intended receiver, Ty Griffith. So that's going to bring up 4th and 9. A punting situation here for the Colts. Now, I say punting situation for the Colts, but if you watch the Colts the last few years, they're not afraid to go for it anywhere on the field. That is going to bring the punt unit on. Now, last time, Cam Morrison will be the punter. Had a low snap last time, which led to that first Maysville touchdown. So Morrison will punt. Armstead, also the kicker, returning punts, and this is a shank to the left. And that's going to be maybe a 9-yard punt, 10-yard punt there by Morrison, who, and I've had it happen to me before too. The left footer just hit it off the side of his foot, had good height on it, just didn't go forward. That happens sometimes.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do, and then if you're Maysville, you're running away from it as fast as you can, so it doesn't hit somebody.
Yeah, and you're trying to get in there. You're thinking you're the punter. The last time you had to one-hop one from the snapper, and this time you get a good snap. Now all you want to do is just blast one out of there, and you chunk it off the side of your foot. But at least I've never done that with my golf game, Richard, and I'm sure you haven't either. We just hit them greens and fairways, right?
There you go. And if that doesn't work, I don't play. Don't play very much anymore anyway, but when I do, it's not pretty.
Well, I get my money's worth, too. It looks like they are going to give the teams a break. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after this.
When it comes to vinyl replacement windows, they are not all created equal. At Wayne Garage Door in Cambridge, our reputation for high standards and quality of products can be seen with our Eris collection of vinyl replacement windows. Combine the standard features an Eris window provides that installers don't have, along with our quality workmanships, and you have the best vinyl window to choose from for your home or business. Call us today at 740-439-7555 to see the difference an Eris collection window can make for you.
Back here, South Zanesville, where the Maysville Panthers lead the Meadowbrook Colts 7-0 here in the second quarter, 8:07 left in the second. Second possession here for the Panthers. Alex Bob, the quarterback, hands it off to Hayden Jarrett. Jarrett gets a pretty good gain there, gain of about 5 off of the right tackle. Tackle by number 8 for the Colts. That was Nick Norman, son of head coach Steve Norman, only a sophomore, 5'10", 165. 3 receivers to the left, receiver to the right for Maysville. Pistol formation, just sidecar there is Jarrett. Snap to Bob. Bob throws a quick bubble screen out to Armstead. Armstead showing some get up. He picks up 7 or 8 there. A really nice play there, and it looks like we're going to have somebody down for the Colts. And right exactly about where the play happened, where the pass was caught, and I cannot see who it is, but officials are going to have to take a timeout, and we will take it with them. So we'll be right back after this.
Looking for new tires for your ride? Mass Tires in Pleasant City should be your first stop. Mass Tires is now under new management and still committed to continuing high-quality customer service and offering competitive prices on top-of-the-line inventory, including Bridgestone, Cooper, Mastercraft, and so much more. Stop in at 519 Main Street in Pleasant City to see Chuck and Brandy. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 5:30 p.m., and Saturdays, 8 a.m. until 2 p.m., or call 740-685-1199. Mass Tires, the best place to retire.
I'm not buying till I check Doan Ford.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years has given Doan Ford the reputation of being a strong, reliable dealership. Be certain. Choose Doan Ford. Online at DoanFord.com.
Back here at Maysville, Meadowbrook two-way player Ty Griffith, a very experienced player, shaken up on the play. Hope he's okay. He walked off on his own power. Maysville has the ball 1st and 10 on the Colts 42-yard line. Snap to Bob. Bob rolls to his right under some pressure. Throws it out to the right of the pass was intended. Nice defensive play there. Nice defensive play there by Nick Norman. But pass was intended for Wesley Armstead. Armstead out of his reach. Pretty good pass rush there, led to maybe the high throw.
Yeah, it did. They made Bob roll to the right, got good pressure from the backside, and threw it just a little bit high there out to our right here.
That was Bob's first attempt down the field that we've seen today. Only the second possession. 7:18 left here in the first quarter. Maysville 7, Meadowbrook 0. Second down and 10 from the left hash. Bob in the shotgun takes it, rolls right. Tried to maybe throw a screen, and it looks like we're going to have a hold here. Bob's got a wide open receiver, and that's going to be Sammy Scott, but I think this one's coming back. Now, this could be a couple things. We might have lineman downfield or a hold. And I think there's another flag here. It could be both.
Yeah, it could be. I think the flag in front of us here at about the 50 is a hold off the backside.
I think it was intended to be a screen. And you know when you do a screen, those linemen take off downfield after 1001, 1002, 1003. Well, the screen wasn't there. It was read real well by the Meadowbrook defense. And so some linemen released downfield. Then we had a hold. And let's just see, let the officials sort this thing out. I noticed like orange bean bags. Richard, you see?
Yeah, that's something new this year.
Yeah, that is.
That's declined.
Holding number 72. Coaching staff, because they're going to decline the lineman downfield, but they are going to accept the holding penalty because holding's a spot foul, and the hold, we're going to be a long ways for first down here for the Maysville Panthers. So it's going to be about, that's going to bring up 2nd and 20. I don't have my, I got to take my shoes off.
Second about 20.
Count my toes
maybe
here.
about 22 or so.
Yeah, maybe a little more than that. The 2nd 28. Let's go to the scoreboard. Close enough.
Good enough.
2nd and Eagle sticks. They got to get the Eagle sticks. 28 is correct. According to our producer over here, Brett Klein, always doing a fantastic job. Bob under center. Takes it. Throws it. Nice catch. Picks up. Tyler DeBolt, the junior, picks up a good chunk of yards there. Probably about, he got about 6 of it back. So that's going to bring up 3rd and about 22. And what's in your playbook here, Richard? 3rd and 22 into the sun.
Well, 3rd and 22, you got to be careful that you don't duck one up and turn it over. But then again, you know, maybe a safe pass to the sideline. We'll see.
Yeah, I think they just want to start playing some field position here. So trips to the left. Josh Maxwell out here by himself to the right. Bob's going to try a quarterback draw, and tons of pressure. He avoids all of that. Does not get the first down, but does pick up a pretty good amount. He was tackled by number 5, Evan Dyer. The senior came up from his safety spot. Picked up about 10 on that play. That's going to bring up about 4th and 12. Now, you know, you're in Meadowbrook's territory, but you're only on the 44. Coach Clark sending in a play. Now, what I see a lot nowadays is maybe your punter or your quarterback can punt a little bit. So they put him in that shotgun.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good prediction, Mike.
And nobody's back for Meadowbrook, and you can't really – you can't, no, they're going to go for it. So Bob runs to his left. He's in a heap of trouble again. Back to his right. He's got a wide open receiver. And that was number 8, Tyler DeBolt. And that was a 42-yard touchdown pass from Bob to Tyler DeBolt. And that play was all on Alex Bob getting away from at least 4 or 5 Colt defenders, and there's just nobody left in the kitchen after he got away from that. So 42-yard touchdown pass by Alex Bob. Yep. And we've got a great replay angle here. And yeah, Bob threw it about 42 yards in the air, and it was there. So DeBolt with a touchdown, the extra point up and good. So after that touchdown pass, Maysville leads Meadowbrook with 5:58 in the second quarter, 14-0. We will be back right after this.
Set the kickoff. Number 8.
Back here at the Maysville Athletic Conference, where Maysville leads Meadowbrook 14-0 with 5:58 in first. Wesley Armstead to kick off for his 3rd time this game. Left footer lines are up. Kicks her. It's an onside kick. And this ball's going to go out of bounds. Out of bounds. So it's going to be a penalty on Maysville. So I guess when the iron's hot, you strike it. And Maysville tried it right there, but it did not work out.
Yeah, they tried to catch him off guard there, and on that last touchdown pass, I tell you, the Maysville offensive line did a great job as Bob rolled out to his right. They pivoted and blocked from the backside to buy him time to hit the bolt for that 42-yard touchdown pass.
Fantastic play.
I really think, we talked about the inexperience of the Maysville offensive line. Well, they've grown.
Yeah, they have.
During the preseason because they did a great job of blocking and getting Bob time to roll out and throw that pass.
Yeah, Bob did a great job of avoiding several defenders, but you're exactly right. They peeled back on that defensive line of Meadowbrook, and Bob had plenty of time. And we could be looking at the Guernsey County Children's Services play of the game right there. All right, so Meadowbrook going to get the ball at the Maysville 43-yard line. 3-3-5 defense here implemented by the Maysville Panthers. Huey in the shotgun, beside him, the sidecar, Sam Bopp. Snap to Huey, and Maysville's all over that, and we did hear a whistle there, but the pass was intended for, it looked like number 5, Evan Dyer. Yes, but it was broken up really well, though, by Cohen Fink. Fink was all over that. He sniffed that one out. So 2nd and 10, Meadowbrook from their own 43 after the unsuccessful onside kick attempt. This time Bopp will line up behind Huey. Pistol formation. Motion man to the left. Up the middle was number 8, Nick Norman. Nick Norman playing a terrific game so far for this Meadowbrook Colt team. Been in a lot of pass deflections and tackles. Now doing some things offensively for the Colts. First down for the Colts. Colts moving quickly. Pass out to Cam Morrison. Morrison's tackle. We're going to have a late flag. And we got 2 number 55s going at it 35 yards away from the ball. So this should be interesting to see what this call is. Literally, Richard, number 55 for Meadowbrook, Chucky Dyer, I believe. And 55 for Tony Munlocks for the Panthers. And they were 35 yards away from the play, just going at it.
Yeah, they just not a factor in the play and all. Clear down the field. And
both linemen.
Now we have a penalty.
So you just wonder, did Dyer, drive him that far and then they just get into it? Now Dyer. They got Dyer for illegal hands to the face. And Dyer's not a small guy. He's 6'4", 300. Munlock's 6', 175. So Dyer's got about 125 pounds on him, and you can tell. So that's going to still bring up now, though, first and about 8 or 18. Hand off to Bopp. Bopp gets about 1. Nothing doing there. And Hayden Jarrett, the star athlete for the Maysville Panthers, in on a tackle.
Yeah, one of the strengths of the Panthers is their middle linebacking core, and Jarrett made a great tackle there.
Meadowbrook playing fast, trips to the left, single receiver to the right, pistol formation. 4:53 left in the first quarter. Maysville leads Meadowbrook 14-0. Bopp switches sides to the right side. Snap, quarterback draw, and we might have a face mask here if it was caught, and I don't think it was caught. So 73, nice play there by Maysville. Jacob Tumblin, only a freshman, 6 foot, 320-pounder. Got a hold of Justice Huey and just lassoed him down. I thought maybe he grabbed the face mask, but and sometimes I think now if you get him by the collar, they can call it. So.
Yeah, exactly. And he tackled him high, but no flag was thrown there.
And sometimes when referees can't see it all, you get in that big pile there, it's hard to see everything. Nonetheless, 3rd and 16 for the Colts. Huey rolls to his left, throws to his right. I believe Morrison's going to catch that ball. Yes, he did. They're going to call that a completion. So Cam Morrison on the catch. That's going to bring up 4th down and about 6 or 7. And you got to figure Coach Norman's got to be thinking about going for it right now. Got to get a little bit of momentum here if you're Meadowbrook. Now this time Meadowbrook does take their time. It does look like they will go for it. And they do line up to go for it. Play clock down to 8. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right. Nice play fake, and that's going to be a nice pass out there. Is that Evan Dyer, I can't tell. Is that number 5, Richard?
Yeah,
yeah, that was
so.
Evan Dyer. Okay, Evan Dyer, the senior, 5'11 freshman. Nice play call there by the Meadowbrook coaching staff there. Got Dyer in some space. Nice play fake by Huey. And that's a big first down for the Colts because they needed to keep some momentum here. Now the Colts want to play fast again. Trips left, single receiver to the right. Snap. Nobody home. He wanted to, Huey wanted to throw it. Did a nice job of escaping, and that could have been a lot worse for Huey. But taken down by number 63, Trenton Pitts. Trenton Pitts has been all over the field so far tonight for the Maysville Panthers. But, Huey could have lost 5 or 6 there, ended up getting a 1-yard gain.
Sure did a great job. Had great composure for a sophomore in his first varsity game. And picked up a yard.
Got a yard, keeps the drive moving, 2nd and 9. New formation here by the Colts. Another same play, just about exact. This time he's not going to be so lucky. Huey's not going to be so lucky. A bunch of Maysville Panthers all over him, including number 11, Todd Saxton, the junior linebacker, was all over Huey. He's going to lose 2 on that, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 11. Meadowbrook slows it down a little bit, talks some things over. Ball on the Maysville 33-yard line. Minute 54 and counting here in the first quarter. Maysville leads Meadowbrook 14-0. So the Colts are going to go with trips to the left, single receiver to the right, bop beside Huey in the backfield. Snap, and nobody home again. This time 55 for Maysville. That was Tony Munlocks, who was involved in the crazy penalty earlier with Chucky Dyer. He gets Huey and slams him and throws him down for about a 7-8 yard loss on that play. Now Meadowbrook's, it's going to be 4th and 19, 4th and 18 from the Maysville 40-yard line. And this is going to have to be, he hasn't gotten the time yet that he's going to need to throw it 19 yards down the field. So it looks like we're going to have a timeout called. And I'm not sure who took the timeout, but we're going to take it with them.
Maysville took the timeout.
Maysville took the timeout just to shore up things. We'll take a timeout. We'll be right back after this.
It's 14-0 over Meadowbrook Colts.
Back to South Zanesville. Meadowbrook decides to go on 4th and 18. Huey with trips left, single receiver to the right. He's going to roll to his left. Has some time this time. Finds a crease, but he's going to be brought down by Jarrett. Jarrett's right there. Pickup of nothing, so the Colts will turn the ball over on downs. And that will bring out the Maysville Panther offense. Maysville, with 45.6 seconds left here, leads Meadowbrook 14-0. And Richard, you're exactly right. I'm kind of surprised you mentioned during the timeout there how easily it seems like Maysville's getting to Huey.
Yeah, they really are. When we talked we talked about the offensive line of Meadowbrook being experienced and a strength. and potentially a weakness for Maysville with their defensive line, but thus far, Maysville's done a great job getting to Huey.
Maysville showing very good defensive speed. So Bob takes over, takes the snap, hands it to Armstead. Armstead's got a little room here on his jet sweep. He's going to be tackled after a gain of about 6 for Armstead. Armstead, little scutterbug there with some juke and jive. He's 5'10", 170-pound junior, 2-year letterman. So he's obviously, if he's a 2-year letterman and a junior, he lettered as a freshman, something you don't see a whole lot of in high school football. Brings up 2nd and 4. Bob in the gun. To the left. Jarrett. Snap. Bob eludes. Rush, and he's going to have a nice gain. Bob's going to pick up maybe about 20 yards on that play. And I'm not so convinced that was a design quarterback draw, but his instincts tonight have been perfect.
Yeah, he dropped back with the intent to throw it downfield, and Meadowbrook had pretty good coverage in the secondary, so he just took off. And
yeah, he finds a crease. And right now, that seems to be the story of the game is Bob's elusiveness to get away from the Meadowbrook pass rush and make plays out of it. So that's going to take the ball in the Meadowbrook territory at the 35-yard line. And with 0.1 seconds left, this will be the last play of the quarter, barring a penalty. Bob's in the gun. Sweep out here to Jarrett. Jarrett's got some room, and he's going to pick up maybe about 4 or 5. So that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Right now, it's all Maysville. Maysville in full control. Maysville leads Meadowbrook 14-0. We will be right back.
Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it is for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company to offer liability coverage to package with their patrons Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today at 638-3604 and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye.
It may not feel like Christmas where you are, but step into the White Pillars Christmas house and you'll definitely feel like it is. From the smallest decorations and ornaments to heirloom quality collectibles, the White Pillars Christmas house is your best choice for celebrating the holiday season. Visit the White Pillars Village Shops, National Road between Cambridge and Zanesville, exit 164 off I-70, open Monday through Saturday 10 to 5.
Welcome back to South Zanesville, Maysville High School. We are live on the Nash Icon 107.9 and 98.5. We're also on YRP TV, Facebook, or YouTube. Here at Maysville, the Colts and the Meadowbrook Colts trail the Maysville Panthers 14-0. We're just about to start the second quarter. Maysville, 2nd down and 5 at the Meadowbrook 31-yard line. I'm here with Richard Hall, and we got a beautiful evening of football here. Bob fakes the run, then pretends he's going to throw, fakes the throw actually, and then he picked up about 1, but there was a late flag coming in the Maysville backfield, and the referee continues to kick it forward to where the actual spot of the foul occurred, and it looked like it's probably going to be a hold on Maysville, and it is. And it's going to be a hold.
Defense number 63. 10 yards from the speed.
We don't have a 69 on the roster. I thought he said 69, but anyhow, it's a penalty on Maysville. It's going to bring it back. That's going to make it about 3rd and 20 now. So deep hole here for Maysville. You said Alex Bob had some pretty impressive stats there.
Boy, he sure did. You know, we talked about him putting it in the air, but he had 3 carries for 31 yards, and that was one of the designs by Coach Clark, I guess, is to get the ball in space, and we didn't think much maybe it'd be the quarterback doing it, but he's had great awareness tonight. If his guys aren't open, he just takes off and does a great job rushing the football.
Alex Ball's been the story of the game. He gets the ball. We got a A jailbreak screen here to Armstead. Armstead catches the ball. He picks up 9 of that 20, so that's going to bring up 4th and 11. And unless you have an all-state kicker to kick a 55-yard field goal here, I would say Maysville is either going to pooch punt it and try to pin the Colts, or they are going to go for it. And I would say they're probably going to go for it. You know, one thing, Richard, I've noticed on the first night, usually you have a lot of false starts, and I don't want to jinx anything. False starts or procedure penalties and cramps. We haven't had any of that yet.
No, so far it's been.
It's still early.
It's early, but it's been pretty mistake-free for the most part.
I'm sorry, it's 3rd and 11 here. Another screen pass. This one's to Jarrett. Nice job there by the Colts bottling up Jarrett there. Nice tackle and nice defensive play. A nice read all around by Noah Farley, the 5'11 junior, number 15 for the Colts, bringing down a very good Hayden Jarrett. So now we're at 4th down and about 6.5. And I'm pretty sure Maysville will be going for it here. And they will. So trips to the left. One receiver up top for Maysville, wearing their royal blue unis. Bob rolls to the left, finds it, and makes a nice throw to number 5, Josh Maxwell. And they kind of made it look easy, but rolling to your left as a right-hander is not always the easiest throw, and Alex Bob made it look pretty good. So that's a 1st down Maysville at the Colts 24-yard line. 10:19 left here.
Are you looking for a way to make a positive difference in a child's life? Hi, my name is Alicia Mallett, and I'm the foster care program coordinator.
Ball on the left hash at the 24-yard line. A little confusion here from Maysville maybe. 8 seconds left on the play clock. 2 backs in the backfield this time. Hand off to Jarrett. Tell you, they've done a really good job of bottling up Jarrett tonight, the Colts have. And that looked like, I'm not sure if that was Zayden Yeagle. I'm pretty sure it was Zayden, and Talon Cannon. It might have been both of them bottling him up there. So only a gain of 1 for Jarrett. Brings up 2nd down and 9. Sun settling over the beautiful tree line here in South Zanesville. Going to cool things off a little bit. 2nd down and 9, trips to the right, a tight trips, not a very wide trips, a tight trips to the right, single receiver to the left, and they're going to throw it back to number 3, Sammy Scott, the junior. He's shifty as well. He had one-on-one coverage back here on the backside. Nice play there. Nice play call there by the Maysville staff. He's going to pick up a 1st down. So inside the red zone now for the Maysville Panthers. Meadowbrook's defense needs to find something here, needs to find a stop, needs to have a momentum changer, and yet that is yet to happen in this game. Another tight trips to the short side. Scott by himself out there all alone, and they're going to hand it off inside to number 10. And that was Fink.
Yeah, Fink, sorry there, Mike.
That's
Colin
okay.
Fink. Hand off the inside, and Colin made a good run right there.
And I think Maysville's got some weapons, obviously, with the skill. They've thrown. Fink's made some catches and some runs. Scott, same way. Armstead's, doing well out there. Hayden Jarrett, they've got some good skill people.
And we knew that coming in. It all came down to how well the offensive and defensive line was going to perform. And thus far, they've done a really nice job.
Yeah, they've done a really good job. They're getting, they're releasing the ball pretty quick. They're getting Bob on the move. Bob's creating his own space. So 2nd and 5 here, just inside the 10-yard line, and there's our first false start, and that's going to move it back. And that was Trent Pitts kind of moved a hair too early. That's going to bump it back and make it about 2nd and 11 from the 14-yard line.
Hopefully we didn't jinx him right there, because that's the first penalty after we brought it up.
I should never say. It's just like when the guy's shooting a free throws. Well, if he's made 9,000 in a row, you know he's going to miss 9,001. That's just how it is. The announcer's jinx. So that moves it back and we're going to have to move the game clock. What a great when the official speaks here through his microphone, it's well enunciated. I can hear it. It's like the best microphone I've ever seen at a high school stadium.
Really, it is. It's just a great facility. It's well taken care of, well managed. It's just great for high school sports.
It really is. They've hosted a ton of big playoff games here, regional final playoff games here. It's at a great location here just in South Zanesville. A lot of good places to eat, obviously, and it's just a really, really great place. Okay, so we're going 2nd and 11. Maysville, trips right, single to the left, and we're going to go to double pass here. Armstead's going to throw it up in the air. What a play. Armstead catches the ball behind the line of scrimmage. They call that a lateral, a backward lateral, I should say, and he throws it to Cohen Fink. That's the last play you expect to see from there because there wasn't a whole lot of field to play with. So Armstead throws the pass to Cohen Fink, and that's going to be a 3-score lead. And that was I believe that was a 19-yard touchdown pass to Fink. On the kick, the extra point is Sammy Scott. And the kick is up, and 3 for 3 on the night for Fink. So with 8:06 left here at the Maysville Athletic Maysville Athletic Complex, the Maysville Panthers lead the Meadowbrook Colts 21-0. We will be right back.
As proud sponsors of the Muskegon Valley League this year, Zanesville and Clear National Bank want to wish good luck to all the Maysville, all the Vale schools and athletes.
Hey, we're back here in South Zanesville where Maysville leads Meadowbrook 21-0. Nice little play design earlier just where Wesley Armstead threw a double pass to Cohen Fink for a 19-yard touchdown to give the Panthers the 3-touchdown lead. Kicking off again tonight is Matthew Harper. And he gets a good leg into it. And they're going to be a new return man here for Meadowbrook. Can't see a number. Oh, it's Nick Norman. That was number 8. Nick Norman returns it out to just about the 26-yard line. So Meadowbrook will set up shop there. 26-yard line on their left hash. You know, and when you run a double pass, it takes a lot of time to develop. Usually you don't see it done from 19 yards out, but and I thought it was well defended. I think more than anything, the Meadowbrook defense was kind of stunned that it happened. And the defender just getting there a little bit late, and Fink was able to pull it in.
Yeah, on that screen pass, all the eyes went to the backfield.
Absolutely.
Which gave Fink the opportunity to haul it in.
Now, that was a fantastic play there. Huey throws a dot to Cam Morrison. Cam gets upended, does a flip, almost landed on his feet and kept running, but he was taken down there on the other side there. I believe that was by Sammy Scott, took him down. 2 good football players out there going at it. Trips right. Hand off to Sam Bob. This is the best 2 plays Meadowbrook has had. A little bit of momentum builder here. Sam Bob picks up about 7. So that's going to 6. It's going to bring up 2nd and 4. Colts moving fast. Down 21-0. Another quick screen out here to Morrison. This time Maysville's all over it. And you had number 10 and number 11, Cohen Fink and Todd Saxton, 2 juniors all over that. I'm seeing a lot of juniors, sophomores, and freshmen for this Maysville team.
Really are.
Bob, the quarterback, only a junior. So now Colts take their time. It is 3rd and about 1. And the Colts could very well be in 4-down territory here.
Yeah, I think down 21-0.
Yeah.
I could see them going for it.
And Maysville's going to get the ball to start the second half. Huey hands it off to Bob. Bob's got some room there. He picks up about 5. He gets the first down. So inside of Maysville territory, officials get those chains a moving. Midfield here, or right in the middle of the field, and at the 45-yard line of Maysville. Colts moving again. Tony Munlax hustles on the field. Hand off to Bop on a little sweep out here. He's got those feet a churning. He's going to pick up 5 more, gets out of bounds, stops that clock with 6:12 left here in the second quarter. Maysville leading 21-0. Colts on the march here. Maybe their best drive yet of the game. Huey in the shotgun. Another quick screen out to, and Cohen Fink was all over that, and it was Evan Dyer, the pass thrown to Evan Dyer. Dyer barely got his hands on it before he was wrapped up pretty quickly by Maysville. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 10. Obvious 4-down territory for the Colts. They got to put points on the board here and get some momentum before halftime.
Yeah, they're trying to play quick, and this has been their best drive. Bop's had a much better second quarter, 5 carries, 16 yards, compared to 3 carries, -7 yards in the first.
Right. Yeah, Bop does seem to have a little bit of momentum going here for him, too. Shotgun, handoff to Bop. They're going to give him, Bop's going to have some room on the outside, and he picks up about 7, so that's going to bring up 4th and 3, which is manageable for the Colts. Maysville coaching staff wanted a hold there. They did not get it. Clock running, 5:33 in the second quarter. So this is going to bring up 4th and about 4 from the Maysville 37-yard line, 38-yard line. Pistol formation, Bop placed behind Huey. Huey claps his hands, gets the snap, and fakes the throw, and he's not going to get it. He's not going to get it. I think it was like a run-pass option. He wanted to throw it, then he wanted to run it, and then the Maysville defense was all over it. So that's going to be a turnover on downs to Maysville. So probably the best drive of the game so far for the Colts was right there. Just lost momentum on that turnover on down. So Maysville, who's rolling right now, they're going to get the ball at at their own 37-yard line. And in no hurry, obviously, is Maysville. They're going to take their time, run some clock, and they know they get the ball to start the second half as well. So trip receivers to the left, single receiver to the right. Bob's going to throw it again. He's rolling left. He's throwing left, and he's got Armstead. Armstead's got a first down all the way inside Meadowbrook territory, gain of 14. So a 14-yard pass completion from Bob to Armstead. Armstead's looked really good tonight.
Yeah, second catch here in the second quarter for 23 yards.
Not big receivers either, but shifty. So 1st and 10, Maysville. 4:47, time still running here in the second quarter. Trips to the wide side. Bob hands it to Jarrett. Jarrett trying to outrun the Colt defenders. He does for a bit. He picks up a good gain of 7. He's going to be tackled by number 8, Nick Norman. Norman has been all over the field for the Colts defensively. Sometimes that's not a good thing when it's a D-back making your tackles.
No, that's a bad sign if that continues over the course of a long period of time when your defensive backs are coming up to make the tackles.
Yes. So we've got 4:07 left, 2nd and 3. 2 to the left, 2 to the right receivers. Bob throws it, Armstead. He's going to have a first down. Taken down by number 1, Braylon Lowry. Lowry just a freshman, 5'9", 140-pounder. So it looks like some young guys are coming. Checking in is Cooper McMahon away defensively. Another freshman for the Colts. Colts deciding to go young here before the half. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Maybe a little slot to the right, I should say. 3:35, clock ticking. Bob takes the snap, hands to Jarrett. Jarrett picks up about 2 or 3. The inside, the tackles, they've done a pretty good job bottling up Jarrett.
They really have. But one thing Maysville's been able to do is by able to run the ball just enough to control the clock and maintain possession.
Keeping that Colt defense off balance. Officials are going to take a timeout here, and looks like we've got a equipment problem. That's going to be, I think that's Connor Young. No, that's not Connor Young. That's Kyle Dennis. Kyle Dennis comes off with an equipment problem, and Maysville says, you know what? Let's take a timeout here. So we are going to take it with them. We'll be back. Maysville leads Meadowbrook 21-0. We will be back after this.
3 minutes and 8 seconds left in the half. Maysville Panthers lead 21-0 over the Meadowbrook Colts.
Stoney's RV Center is the place that makes buying a new RV easy. Ask about their on-site financing with very affordable payments, and they make on-site camper service calls to the area campgrounds. Stoney's RV also carries cargo trailers, car haulers, horse and stock trailers, and open utility trailers. They install hitch systems and fill propane tanks too. Stoney's RV Center, the place that takes camping to the next level, and a proud sponsor of our area high school sports teams.
We're back here at South Zanesville. 3:08 left here in the first half. Maysville leads Meadowbrook 21-0. Got have a little reverse here. Out to Armstead. Jarrett hands it to Armstead. Armstead's going to be tackled, but he picks up about 6 yards. Host of Meadowbrook tacklers there, led by number 21, Mason Blankenship, the senior. That's going to bring up 3rd down and about 1.5. Maysville once again in no hurry. Lead by 3 touchdowns and driving again, and they get the ball in to start the second half. I'd say that's what you call in control, Richard.
Absolutely. You know, they want to control the clock here and having just enough success on the ground to keep the clock running and maintain possession.
So 2 backs in the backfield. This time they hand off to Jarrett. A little power football here. It's going to be close to a 1st down. I don't think he got it. I think it's going to bring up a 4th down and maybe a half a yard. Big bodies moving in here now for the Colts. And I just wonder if the Panthers are going to try a little more power football to gain that half yard here. 1:55 and counting. 21-0 Maysville. Ball at the Meadowbrook 25-yard line. 4th and maybe a yard here. Huge play for the Colts. Bob's going to throw it, and he's got a man, and this time it's Cohen Fink, and Fink is still moving, and he is finally brought down after a gain of about 11. So on 4th and about a half yard, Coach Clark, confidence in his quarterback, Alex Bob, and he threw a bullet to Cohen Fink right on the money, picks up 11. 1st down, Maysville on the Meadowbrook 13. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right, 1:18 and counting. Jarrett to the left, Bob in the air again. We got one-on-one coverage out here in the end zone. Really good coverage. Pass was out of reach of the Maysville receiver and out of my sight, and I think it was Armstead. I can't see, and I think the coverage was by, let's see, who That was by Norman, I believe. I'll tell you one thing I've noticed, Richard. The older I get, and I got my glasses on and everything, the 8s and the 0s and the 6s, they all look the same, especially at night.
And I was going to blame it on the glare in the corner of the end zone,
Right.
but you're right. It just gets a little bit tougher every year to pick out the 8s, the 0s.
It's tough. It's really tough. Basketball's a little easier. You're a little closer to the action. So Maysville rushes to the line. 4 seconds left on the play clock. A little sweep here to Jarrett. There's going to be a hold here on Meadowbrook, so that's going to bring this thing back quite a bit with 1:01 left here in the second quarter. And the last thing Meadowbrook wants here is for Maysville to get any more points. Maysville, on the other hand, wants to put the fork in and twist it right here. So it's going to be a hold. This is going to bring it back quite a bit. Probably going to put it about the 25-yard line. So that's going to be about 2nd and 21 with 1:01 left to play in the first half. Quickly to the line is Maysville with their play. 2 receivers to the left, 3 to right, no backs, empty formation. Bob takes it. Throws a nice, oh, wow. Now, I tell you what, he almost threaded that thing in between 3 Colts, and I noticed Wesley Armstead kind of hit himself in the head. I mean, I didn't think Bob could have. I thought, what is Bob doing here?
He took a big risk there
Yeah.
and almost completed it.
And
but,
probably should have. But that was a tight throw through a tight window and almost good enough for a touchdown.
Well, I think there were so many Colts there, it kind of blocked the vision of Armstead.
Yeah.
He didn't see the ball coming.
You're right.
To the last second.
So it's going to be 3rd and 21 from the Meadowbrook 25. Trips to the left. Single receiver to the right. And there's Colts all over it. And he still gets rid of the. Hold on. Bob gets rid of this. And that is a big play. That's a 25-yard pass from Alex Bob to Hayden Jarrett. Now, a couple athletic plays there. 1, Bob getting away from that sack. 2, Jarrett gets it, takes off with it, breaks 3 or 4 tackles for the touchdown. That is a huge back-breaking play for the Colts, but a huge play by those 2 players, and those 2 great athletes for Maysville. On the kick, the extra point was Sammy Scott, and he got it, so it's 28-0 Maysville with 40 seconds. We'll just keep it here during this time, but that 25-yard pass to Hayden Jarrett, that was just pure athleticism.
Sure was. Great job by Bob staying alive. He was basically wrapped up, got the ball out to Jarrett. One thing we didn't talk much about in the pregame was Jarrett's ability to catch the football. He had 20 catches last year for nearly 300 yards, and so we know he can do that. We hadn't seen that a lot tonight, but great play by both Bob and Jarrett. You can see where that experience is showing through.
Got it. You talked about this in the pregame. They got him out in space a little bit, these athletes, and it's made a huge difference. Not only are they athletic and can run a little bit, they're strong kids.
They really are. They are relying more on team speed this year than they have in the past, maybe, but they also, they've been in the weight room. They're strong kids, and they're football players. They're just good athletes.
Right.
They're good at about everything they do. But it's just obvious tonight on the football field, they're very skilled at their positions.
We're supposed to pick a play of the game. There's been 3 or 4, outstanding plays. We thought the first touchdown was the second touchdown, the long pass from Bob to DeBolt. Then the 19-yard pass from Armstead to Fink, and now this play from Bob to Jarrett. I mean, there's just been some really good plays of the game. So kicking off for Maysville is going to be Matthew Harper, and he's going to be kicking it deep. Meadowbrook lined up at about the 20, and he booms this one. This one could roll in the end zone. No, it checks up like a 9-iron. Nick Norman picks it up inside the 10. He's in trouble. He's going to have to make some moves, and he's going to. He does a nice job getting out there. He's going to at least get it out to the respectable and make it at least to the 20 with 27 seconds left in the half. So 27 seconds left here in the half. Norman returns that kick to the 20, their own 20, and Maysville leads Meadowbrook 28-0.
Yeah, Norman did a great job of, picking that ball up and making a play.
He did. And that ball just spun the wrong way.
Yeah, I think on the bounce, Norman thought it was going to go into the end zone, and it just died. And so he just picked it up and made a great play with it.
He kept up with it, so that was the main thing. So Colts with 27 seconds. Let's see what they decide to do here. Huey gets a pass out to Norman. And Norman's catch, it out of bounds. He catches it, goes out of bounds, stops the clock. No, they kept the clock running. About a 5-6 yard gain. So I think Meadowbrook's just content with letting this clock run out and getting to the halftime and making some adjustments. And that's going to take us to halftime. Well, there's still 0.1 seconds left on the clock. Now we're 0-0-0. Okay, so now we finally did get to halftime. Colts jogging it off to the locker room. Maysville going to huddle up here on their sideline and talk about things. But from South Zanesville here at halftime, Maysville leads Meadowbrook 28-0. And we are going to compile some stats and go over some key plays in that first half after this.
Are you paying too much for homeowners insurance? Has your insurance company raised your deductible? Hi, this is John Valentine with Valentine Insurance. Many people can't accurately answer these questions. With many premiums escrowed into mortgages, homeowners don't pay attention to changes to their policies anymore. It's time you visit Valentine Insurance for a true, no-obligation review of your insurance policy. Call 994-1776 or stop by our office at 739 Southgate Parkway in Cambridge. Are you paying too much for homeowners insurance? Has your insurance company raised your deductible? Hi, this is John Valentine with Valentine Insurance. Many people can't accurately answer these questions. With many premiums escrowed into mortgages, homeowners don't pay attention to changes to their policies anymore. It's time you visit Valentine Insurance for a true, no-obligation review of your insurance policy. Call 994-1776 or stop by our office at 739 Southgate Parkway in Cambridge.
Are you looking for a way to make a positive difference in a child's life? Hi, my name is Alicia Mallett, and I'm the Foster Care Program Coordinator for Guernsey County Children's Services. There are children right here in your community who need a temporary or permanent home through foster care or adoption. Are you ready to be that home for them? For more information on how to become a foster or adoptive parent, please call 740-439-5555. The children in our community are counting on you.
Looking to buy land? Do you want 5 acres or more, say up to 50 acres? Bruner Land Company off I-77 Vocational Road, Byesville has land for sale. Buy acreage in Ohio, West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Pennsylvania, and Indiana. Bruner Land Company has 500 tracts of land to choose from and creative financing for buyers. When it's land you want to buy, it's Bruner Land Company you should call. Bruner Land Company, Byesville off I-77. Give them a call at 685-3064 or go to brunerland.com.
The car is making a strange noise, then the worry starts. Who can we trust to fix the vehicle that won't cost an arm and a leg? TK Auto Service is the answer. They're the area's garage that treats customers fair and repairs what needs repaired. No upsells to drive the cost up. TK Auto Service, east of New Concord and minutes from Cambridge on Route 40.
Hey, this is Ted with TK Auto Service. Give us a call at 826-4916. That's 826-4916. Make us your repair service for all your vehicle care.
Like bones, your teeth lose density and become weaker over time, which can lead to tooth decay. And that can make your visit to the dentist feel like this. But if you want your dental visit to feel like this, try Crest Densify. Crest Densify actively rebuilds tooth density to extend the life of teeth by remineralizing enamel. Densify from Crest, the #1 toothpaste brand in America. Smile, Crest has you covered.
DQ presents how to experience the new DQ Reese's Take 5 Blizzard with your 5 senses. First, open your eyes and see it all. Reese's peanut butter cups, caramel, peanuts, pretzels. It's beautiful. Then feel it. Oh, it's cold. Next, listen to it. Now, smell it with your nose. Oh, sweet top notes. And finally, taste it. Experience the new Reese's Take 5 Blizzard today. DQ, happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com. Delivery subject to availability, additional fees, and minimum order requirements.
Okay, welcome back here to the Maysville Athletic Complex in South Zanesville on the campus of Maysville High School. Tonight's inaugural game where Maysville leads Meadowbrook 28-0. My name is Mike Snively, and I am with Richard Hall. And Richard, you know, you're going over these stats over here, and sometimes, most of the time, stats, you know, say a lot about how the game is going. Not all the time. Tonight, definitely does. And Maysville's kind of winning this game in dominant fashion and churning out the yards at a high efficient rate. And Meadowbrook, on the other hand, has been stymied a little bit, and you know, some things have surprised us with the Maysville offensive line and defensive lines holding up as well as it has. Not only holding up, but, you know, dominating. And then the play of Alex Bob has just been fantastic. So far, what do you think? Bob's been great. What do we got? What's his stats tonight?
Well, Bob has been. We knew coming in that we thought he would throw the ball, but he's been a good rusher on the ground early. You know, he did a great job early in the first quarter. He had 3 carries for 31 yards in the first quarter.
Right.
We saw him carry the football pretty effectively, and then the second quarter he went to the air. You know, he was 8 for 8 for 84 yards.
Wow.
Second quarter.
8 for 8.
And as a team, they were 9 for 9 for 113. We obviously, Armstead had that 19-yard touchdown pass to Colin Fink.
Yeah.
So, 9 for 9, 113 in the second quarter alone. And then for the game thus far, Alex Bob is 11 for 13 for 140.
So the efficiency's been pretty good. 11 of 13 for 140. And then, you know, how many times did we see Bob, you know, where Meadowbrook has him bottled up? At least 2 that led to touchdowns. 1 was a touchdown. They've got him bottled up. Well, actually, 2 were touchdowns. And they've got him bottled up. He makes an athletic, strong play, big boy play, and he's able to elude something or get the pass off right before he's going down. And there's 2 touchdowns right there. I think Alex Bob, hasn't been talked enough in the preseason. He is better than anticipated.
He really has. And you talk about maturing as an athlete from a sophomore to a junior year. It's obvious because we both saw him play last year. And while I thought he had a nice year last year, he's just phenomenal tonight. And he has so many weapons around him.
Yes, he does.
You know, just in the second quarter, you know, Hayden Jarrett, 2 catches, 28 yards. Armstead, 3 catches, 29 yards. Colin Fink, 2 catches, 30 yards. So they have the athletes around him, and he has a lot of choices, a lot of weapons to throw that ball out there. And then let's talk about their offensive line just here for a second. Right. That was untested coming in.
Please do.
And has done a great job of buying time. And, yes, we talked about Bob's escapability.
Right.
But that offensive line bought him time to escape, so credit to them.
It's like they got a good chemistry going right there.
Yeah,
Bob knows his part, what he can do, and then they pick up the slack after him. That's Gavin Baker and Tony Munlocks and Trenton Pitts, Kyle Dennis and Connor Lumen been doing fantastic up front for that Maysville Panther O-line.
And if you're Meadowbrook, we'll talk about them for just a second. If you're Meadowbrook, they just haven't been able to get in sync. You know, Huey's had a decent half, 7 for 11 for 40 yards. Hasn't had a lot of opportunities.
Right.
I'll tell you, the Maysville defensive line has gotten to him pretty regularly. And if you're Coach Norman, one of the things I think they're going to talk a lot about at halftime is the play of the offensive line, of giving him some time.
Right.
And, you know, giving him more time to have options. And then Sam Bopp has had a very challenging first quarter. 3 carries minus 7 yards, but then the second quarter did a good job of redeeming himself. And he, on that second quarter, get my paperwork here, 7 carries for 23 yards.
So he stepped it up a little bit better.
Much more productive in the second quarter.
And, you know, he did. And the Colts did. Their last drive was their best drive, but it just did not account for any points. And you just think if Meadowbrook could get that little momentum lift, that score, maybe that lifts the spirits. They're young. They're young. And at one point I saw a couple freshmen on the field for Meadowbrook, and we knew they were going to take some lumps this year. And this is part of it. And you know, this is going to be a different team from week 1 until week 10. But Maysville, all the credit in this half goes to Maysville. I think they've just been outstanding in this first quarter. And Alex Bob, as I said earlier, is as good, if not better, than advertised. So I tell you what we're going to do. We just listened to the sounds of the Colts marching band. We're going to take a little bit of a break, and we will be back right after this.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Named Best Sports Program in the Country by the National Association of State Radio Networks. Tonight in High School Football is presented by Beck's Hybrids. Now here's your host, Skip Mossick.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tonight in High School Football's halftime report here on the Ohio News Network. Throughout the season, we'll break down regions and talk some high school football in different areas of the state. And this evening, we'll talk some Central Ohio high school football with Lee Cochran from This Week News. Lee joins us next on the Ohio News Network.
I'm Scott Demaro, president of the Ohio Education Association, and on behalf of the OEA's 120,000 members, we're proud to bring you tonight's game. OEA members teach in Ohio's public schools and universities. We drive your kids' buses and serve them lunch. We're school nurses, custodians, librarians, and more. And we coach your kids on the field. We believe in great public schools for every student, and we believe our team is always stronger when we stand together, just as we have for 175 years.
This is Doug Ute, Executive Director of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. High school coaches can be the biggest influence on kids having a positive experience in sports. Sports set the foundation for life lessons that remain long after playing days are over.
This is Gene Smith. Please join Life Sports at The Ohio State University and the Ohio High School Athletic Association as we partner with the Susan Crown Exchange on its Million Coaches Challenge. Get involved and learn more at go.osu.edu/CoachBeyond.
This is Tonight in High School Football on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Skip Mossick.
Welcome back, everyone. Halftime of your game broadcast as we talk a little Central Ohio high school football this week at halftime. Pleased to be joined by Lee Cochran from This Week Sports. And Lee, is it just me, or when you take a look at the teams here in Central Ohio, is this as deep as we've ever seen high school football here in the Columbus area, really in all divisions?
Well, first of all, it's great to be back. I know when the season comes back, I come back on the show, so that's a good thing for football. But yeah, you know, I think I came here in 1993, and Central Ohio didn't have a great reputation, and it just continues to grow. And yeah, there are so much depth in Central Ohio at all divisions that, I mean, you do have some of the teams that stand out year in and year out, like a Pickerington Central. You know, Pickerington Central is always going to be there. They have been for the last several years. You know, it's just when you see a team like, you know, Big Walnut in Division II last year, hadn't had a winning season since 2014, have an undefeated regular season. You know, that's one of the exciting things, you know, and is to see what teams are going to make that surprise move. I mean, Upper Arlington was another one. You know, when you think Upper Arlington football, you think, okay, they won a state title, and they're traditionally good. Well, I mean, they'd struggled the last several years. Couple winning seasons, but I mean, they put it together last year and had an amazing run.
Well, Lee, besides talent, one of the reasons for the depth is the depth of some of the coaching staffs here in Central Ohio. Nice piece a couple of weeks ago by you guys. You know, some former prominent head coaches who have come back to serve as assistants, you know, some at other schools, and some really big names.
Yeah, you know, you've got Buddy White over at Hilliard Bradley, Mark Solis at Hilliard Davidson, Mark Crabtree at DeSales for the second year, Vince Trombetti, he He's back as an assistant at Worthington Kilbourne. You know, there are different reasons. You know, some just want to change. You know, I know in the case of Buddy White, he just he said he'd been a head coach long enough, and I think there's something to it. To when if you're a head coach, even at the high school level, it's almost like you're the CEO. But it is a little bit of a transition. I mean, you go from the guy making the decisions to the guy listening to the decisions being made and following them.
Well, Lee, this is certainly the case for schools from all across the state. You know, some have moved to different divisions this year based on enrollment numbers and competitive balance. Of the Central Ohio schools that moved, which I guess benefited the most in your mind that moved down, and which will have the biggest challenge having been moved up a division?
Well, I guess when I looked at it, the first thing I thought of was Division III, Region 11. Because you had both Hartley and DeSales move out. You know, that opens it up quite a bit. Bloom Carroll moved in there from Division IV, but you've got DeSales moving up from into Division II. Hartley moving back down to Division IV. Right. That's the one I'm keeping my eye on right there. You know, you've got Kip Columbus, which is in a short time gaining quite a reputation, you know, on the field and among college coaches. You know, they jumped 2 divisions up to 4. I look at it and think Division III, Region 11 got a little bit easier, and Hartley in Division IV. That's outstanding for that program.
Well, Lee, this is year 2 for the full season, expanded playoffs. Do you get the sense that some would prefer a later start and just move the finals back, or just leave things as they are now?
Well, I think if you talk to a lot of the coaches, they miss that extra week of preparation, and I understand that they've gotten a little bit more time this summer. But if you start the season later, then you go into more potential cold weather games, and I get that's part of football, but I don't think they want to do that. I guess the one thing I would like to see is the OHSAA stay at 16 teams per region outside of Division I, because I just don't like Division I being 16 teams when there's 18 or 19 teams in each region, because there just weren't any 16-1. 15-2. They just weren't good games.
Lee Cochran, for folks around the state who want to stay up to date on high school sports in Central Ohio, they can do so at thisweeksports.com. We appreciate you jumping on. We love talking high school football with you, okay?
And I love talking football with you, Skip. Thank you.
And we'll be back to wrap up the Ohio Education Association tonight in high school football halftime report presented by Beck's Hybrids next on the Ohio News Network.
Now is a great time to schedule a back-to-school dental appointment. Dr. Thomas Kelly, president of the Ohio Dental Association, is here to tell us more.
Your child's smile is as important to us at the Ohio Dental Association as it is to you. Here at the Ohio Dental Association, we look forward to partnering with you to help them maintain a healthy smile that will last a lifetime. Low-sugar snacks paired with great brushing and flossing habits can become healthy ways of spending quality time together. Make sure you and your kids see an Ohio Dental Association member dentist twice a year for regular checkups. Ohio Dental Association member dentists are located throughout the state and are dedicated to providing the highest quality dental care. These dentists, through the ODA, have access to superior ongoing education, training, and resources. Ask if your dentist is a member of the Ohio Dental Association so you know you're being treated by the best. For more information, visit associationsadvanceohio.com. And most importantly, keep smiling.
This is ONN.
All right, thanks once again to Lee Cochran from This Week Sports for talking some Central Ohio high school football with us this week. Enjoy the second half of your ball game. I'm Skip Mossick on the Ohio News Network.
This has been the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football, presented by Beck's Hybrids from the Ohio News Network.
Most of us are faced with uncertainty every day. Your job, your finances, sporting events, schooling for your children, and so much more. With so much uncertainty surrounding you, there's one auto dealership that you can be certain about, and that's Doan Ford. You can be certain that you'll always get a great deal and the best service afterwards. In business for nearly 60 years.
I was sitting in my car, and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood, and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? my eyes filled with tears. And on the radio, I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Here's a quick check of that Buckeye Tire Pros scoreboard. At the half, West Muskingum beating Lakewood 13-7. Also at the half, St. Francis 21, Tri-Valley nothing. At the half, also Zanesville beating Newark right now 40-7 at the half. Fort Fry over John Glenn at the half 11-6. Maysville beating Meadowbrook right now at the half 28-0. Philo beating Athens at the half 27-6. And Cambridge ahead of Indian Creek right now at the half, 14-0.
Welcome back to South Zanesville here at the Maysville Athletic Complex on the campus of Maysville High School, where the Maysville Panthers are putting on quite the performance tonight, where they lead the Meadowbrook Colts 28-0. You're on listening live on Nash Icon 107.9 FM and 98.5 or 98.5 in Zanesville. You can also watch the game on our YRP TV stations, the Facebook or YouTube stations. I'm Mike Snively. I'm with Richard Hall. And Richard, we were discussing the sun's down. It's cooled off a little bit. It's actually turned into an enjoyable night here. And what a performance so far tonight by this Maysville Panther football team.
Boy, it sure has been. And, you know, when they go to the locker room, you look at Maysville, they're going to talk about being consistent in the second half, you know, maintaining the intensity. Sometimes, you know, with high school athletes in particular, they get up 28-0. They start to relax. So if you're them, you're going to talk about maintaining intensity coming out. You know, most athletic contests, the most important times, the first 3 minutes of the third quarter. We'll see what they do. They get the football right off the bat. Now, if you're Meadowbrook, you're talking to your kids about, regardless of the score, we need to go compete.
Exactly.
You know, so Coach Norman and his staff's talking about, you know, forget about the scoreboard. Let's try to climb ourselves back in this thing, and let's go compete.
And you know, Coach Norman's thinking right now, we're going to learn a lot about our football team right now. You know, it's only game one. You know, we're down 4 scores. You know, he probably talked to him about, you know, you've got to persevere. You've got to overcome some adversity, because Maysville's going to get the ball here. You know, Maysville scores again, and don't forget, in the state of Ohio, in high school, once it gets above 30 points, you get the running clock. It's funny I mentioned the running clock, because in the pregame I mentioned how the last game of the year against Philo, Maysville, Week 10, they were getting running clocked. RC'd, I think they call it, running clocked. And they come back all the way from down 30-some points, cut it to 10, onside kicked, almost got it. It would have been a tighter game. So you never know. This game's far from over. That's why they play, you know, that's why they play full quarters. I knew I'd get that right. That's a tough one to say. But the teams right now are warming up. There's a minute 25 before we're going to kick it off. We'll just keep it right here. You know, Alex Bob has been terrific. Hayden Jarrett has been, you know, kind of what we expected. One thing I noticed was what I didn't expect was the plethora of receivers that Maysville has. Sammy Scott and Cohen Fink, Tyler DeBolt, Wesley Armstead. They're catching passes everywhere. And then Jarrett coming out of the backfield. So, you know, Meadowbrook, a lot of times, were there to make the plays. But the athleticism, especially with Bob and Jarrett, you know, it's made it difficult to bring them down.
Yeah, and Bob just has so many weapons around him and so many choices, and he's involved them all at some point tonight. You know, all of those folks you just mentioned have at least one catch tonight. So that says a lot when you've got all kinds of people around you, and then you've got Mr. Reliable Hayden Jarrett that is kind of your release valve. You always know he's probably going to get open and help you make a play. Yeah. And that happened on when Bob was almost wrapped being taken to the ground, throws that touchdown pass to Jared.
And Jared, he's that guy who's at the right place at the right time all the time. I think they sang a song about that. Somebody did. And let's talk about Meadowbrook a little bit. Ty Griffith went down early. He's been a mainstay for Meadowbrook offensively and defensively for the last couple years. That didn't help. So right away the Colts had to replace senior Ty Griffith. Nick Norman has been a corner in a 3-4 defensive scheme for Meadowbrook. Has been a mainstay and has been an animal out there making tackles everywhere and pass deflections. Talon Cannon, Cam Morrison, they've been all over the place defensively. Up front for the Meadowbrook defense, Zayden Yeagle, Chucky Dyer. Starting the freshman on the defensive line there, Casey Clendenning. So just Meadowbrook's going to try to put some pieces together. This is the first time we're going to see Meadowbrook kick off tonight, and it's going to bring on number 99, Garrett Milam, who was a great addition to the Colts last year. Colts used to go for 2 quite a bit last year, and Garrett Milam comes along and he starts drilling them through the uprights consistently, and now he's a good kickoff man for the Colts.
And I think if I have this correct, he was selected as all MVL as a kicker last year. So congratulations to him on that honor. But
and he's a left footer. I've never seen so many left footers in the last 2 years. Everybody seems to be left footed. So Milam's going to tee it up at the 40, kick it toward the scoreboard. Fink's going to catch it. He bobbles it, picks it up at about the 9, turns around, and he's going to be bottled up at about the 26, 27-yard line. He's going to be taken out of bounds by freshman Braylon Lowry, who's seen some action tonight as a freshman. Heard a lot of good things about Lowry as a freshman, showing a lot of potential for a young man.
Fink did a good job there. He bobbled on the catch, but didn't panic. Just went back and got it and turned it into a decent game.
Everything's in rhythm right now for this blue and gold Maysville Panther football team. They're going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line. Bob in the pistol formation. Shotgun formation, excuse me, beside him. Hands off to Fink. Fink's going to try to get to the corner, does not. Nice job, violently brought down by the Colts. And now those numbers are going to get hard to see, but I believe that was number 21, Mason Blankenship, on the tackle for the Colts. And a loss of 1 on the play for Fink.
Yeah, Blankenship did a great job of stringing him out.
Yeah. Got to the ball, wrapped him up, threw him down. Trips right, single receiver to the left. Bob takes a snap, fake to Jarrett. Deep out pattern here to Armstead. That's a completion. It's going to be short of the first down. Going to bring up about 3rd and 2.5. Now third and 5 for the Panthers. This would be huge. The Colts do need that extra oomph right now. They need some momentum here, and if they can get off 3 and out here, that would be a big momentum builder for the Colts.
Yeah, they really need to stop here.
2 to the left, 2 to the right. Bob takes it, patiently awaits. Now he's got to get flushed to the left. He's getting chased. He throws it. Oh wow, what a throw by Bob. Bob flips his hips, throws it, and he finds an open Hayden Jarrett, who's down the field. He picks up the first down. That might have been Bob's best throw tonight, running full speed to his left, flips those hips, guns it for a first down and about a 10-yard pickup to Jarrett. First down, Maysville. Once again, elusive. Colts have 2 guys chasing him, gets away. Same formation. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Bob gets the signals from the Maysville sideline. We're going to have a penalty here, and it's going to be a false start against the Panthers. Now, they announce these players in high school. I don't know if I like that, Richard.
I don't, but, I'm a little old-fashioned, Mike.
Right.
I'll be the first to tell you that.
I think it's okay in the pros. I remember they didn't announce them in college. They never. Now then they started college and then high school. I'm sure Pee Wee's announcing it by now.
It won't be long if they aren't. It won't be long.
Maysville sticking with the same formation. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Like the old run and shoot formation. 2 slots and 2 receivers. Hand off to Jarrett. He's got some room, and he's running like a truck through there. He picks up 11. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Nice little hole, but Jarrett did a lot of that on his own.
Yeah, Jarrett he's just solid, good athlete. And he ran downhill there and just got through the line and made a great gain.
And I would not want to get in front of that man, and he's a man, when he get a full head of steam. So I'm sorry, it's going to be 2nd down, about 3 or 4 here for the Panthers. Once again, the same formation. Hand off to Jarrett. They bottle him up. The Colts do a nice job gang tackling him there. And it looks like Cam Morrison was the first Colt there. Cam's been all over the place tonight for this Colt defense, the inside linebacker, along with Talon Cannon. Cam just a junior, Talon Cannon just a sophomore.
Lost a yard there on the carry, according to the scoreboard here.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and 4. And this is where Bob's been great. On 3rd down and short, he just patiently hangs in there. 3 receivers to the left, and it's just going to be a one-man route. And good defense over there by number 21 for the Colts. That was Mason Blankenship. Did an excellent job out there on Sammy Scott. So nothing doing there. 4th down and 4. And I don't think we've seen Maysville punt all night.
We have not,
if
I remember correctly. And I don't think they're going to again.
They're not going to punt it here either. So 4th down. Another big play in the game. Trips to the right. Single receiver to the left. Bob's going to roll to his right. And he throws it past the outstretched arms of Wesley Armstead. So the Colts take over on downs. A good defensive stand there for the Colts. Colts are going to get the ball in good field position on their own 45-yard line.
Hopefully I'm sorry, Mike. Hopefully the Colts can gain some momentum. That was a really good defensive possession for them. So
seems like they tightened things up just a little bit. You're right. You're exactly right. So with 8:43 here left in the 3rd quarter, Maysville leads Meadowbrook 28-0. Huey in the pistol, and that was Bop. Bop got those legs a-moving, and he's going to pick up 4. He got a little bit of momentum like you just discussed. In the 2nd quarter, he got things moving a little bit, and you'll take 4 yards on 1st down any day of the week.
Absolutely, especially the way things have went tonight early for the Colts.
Right.
That's a nice run to get this thing started for Meadowbrook.
So 2nd and a long 6. Hand off to Bop. Bop's going to try to get to the outside. He does. He's going to pick up the 1st down. He gets about 7 or 8 yards there. So Colts get the ball rolling here a little bit. They're inside Maysville territory. Colts want to play fast now. No time to waste. And 1st down from the Maysville 43-yard line. Another quick snap. Bop again. Bop picks up about 9. By far the Colts' best drive, and they're getting up to the line. They say, let's put the ball down, spot the ball, let's play. And they do. Wouldn't be surprised if we see the same thing here. Huey claps, gets the snap. Bop again. Here he goes. And Bop picks up another 10. So the Colts are driving. 7:36 and counting. Colts down 28-0 here in the 3rd quarter in South Zanesville. I'm Mike Snively alongside Richard Hall. Huey he's going to run himself this time. And in there quickly for Maysville, Tony Munlocks, the 6-foot, 175-pound junior. And we've called his name quite a bit tonight, Richard. So that kind of slows things down for the Colts. Brings up 2nd and 13, a loss of 3 on that play. They kind of gave Bop a little bit of a break there.
Yeah, it didn't work out for Hugh on that play, but I was going to bring up, do you think the offensive line got challenged a little bit at halftime?
I would say so. Good point. This time looks like I couldn't see the number of the running back there. But it was a gain of 2. I think that was number 12. I think that was Cooper McManaway. No, I'm sorry. That is not. That was Cam Morrison now in there at running back. Cam back here at the tailback position. 3rd and 12, and looks like Maysville's jumping off sides. So that should give Meadowbrook a free 5 yards. And you know, another thing too, Richard, you go on one all night long. Set hut, set go, whatever your cadence is, set go. You go on 2. Everybody's going to jump. Set, go, go.
And you're just hoping a defense jumps before your guys do.
Right, exactly. You got to get 11 guys on the same page. And it's not always the easiest thing to do. We were discussing earlier, what do we like doing better, football or basketball? I tell you, with football, there's a lot of moving parts up here.
Sure is.
And you're far away from it.
You know, and Bop, we talk about, you know, he's really off to a great start. 4 carries, 31 yards here in the 3rd quarter. And
that probably puts him for over 50 for the game so far. And Bop's definitely not a large man by any means. He's a senior. He's 5'6", 140 pounds, but he's running in between that A gap, and he's running hard.
Yeah, he's got 47 yards.
47. Yeah, he's closing in on the half-century mark.
Yeah, he's got 14 carries, 47 yards unofficially.
No, those are official. If you wrote it down, it's official. Used to call them the unofficial official stats. Problem is, most of you are probably watching this game, so you know if we're close or not. So Colts are going to get the ball. We got a slight delay here, but we're going to play ball now. 3rd and 6. Man in motion, Morrison sets up. Handoff to Bop. Bop scampers close to a 1st down. Looks like he's going to be about 1.5 yards to 2 yards short. No doubt the Colts will be going for it here on 4th down. 5:47 and counting here at the Maysville Athletic Complex. Beautiful facility here. LED lights are pumping out the. And then another fantastic defensive play on 4th down. And that time that was 53. That was, that was Trenton Pitts. I'm sorry, that was 63. Trenton Pitts with the big stop for Maysville. And how many times have we seen it tonight, Richard? We've seen, you know, short 4th down play or 4th and 5. Meadowbrook needs to get it. They have not. If Maysville has a 3rd and 5 or a 4th and 2 or whatever, they get it every time. And that's just how it's been all night. So Maysville will take over on their own 18-yard line. They lead 28-0 with 5:33 left here in the 3rd quarter. We have not seen one snap under center tonight. Everything's out of the gun. Of course, it's 2022. That's the way things done. Bob is just going to chuck one downfield, and that looked good. That was intended for Sammy Scott. And they did call, I thought Norman had covered him pretty well, but they're going to get an interference call on Nick Norman, the sophomore, who's played a really pretty good game tonight.
Yeah, either the flag got stuck in the pocket or the official thought about it, because it came just a little bit late.
A lot late. Now they're talking about it. And we still don't have an official call yet. Referee's going to go jog down 20 yards to get his flag, and they are going to call it interference.
Defense, number 8.
That's the first time we've really seen Bob stretch the field tonight. Nice arm through a nice tight spiral. Thought it was pretty good coverage against a pretty good receiver. I thought Norman did a good job on Scott.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot there, but call was made. So
call was made. You got to play. Yes, you do. Okay, so Maysville's going to get a first down on the penalty. They'll be on their own 33-yard line. Now we got another flag. And this flag, and I think this one might come against the Meadowbrook bench. And this came from the back judge, the guy who threw the flag. And I think Coach Norman just wanted to let him know that he disagreed. We'll leave it at that. That was a sideline warning, so that was a nice gesture by the official to give the sideline warning first. So back to action here. 1st and 10, Maysville. Maysville's run the same formation the entire second half. They've had pretty good success with it. Taking their time, clock not running. Play clock still at 28. Now we got Fink in motion. We're going to flip it to Fink. Fink's got some space out here, and he picked up 9. Cohen Fink on that little motion around flip, and that's a run, not a pass. I always like seeing the old flip. Reminds me of the old Oklahoma, Nebraska days when they ran that option. They'd pitch it out there and that ball would flip over. You don't see a whole lot of that anymore. Now somebody wants a timeout here. Might have an injured Colt too. So look, we're going to take a quick timeout. We're going to we will take it with them. So we'll be right back.
Promises. You've heard them all. Peace of mind, quality insurance products, superior claim service, all at a fair and competitive price. Since 1848, Westfield Insurance has promised to provide excellent insurance coverage for your home, auto, and business. Sharing knowledge, building trust. That is Westfield Insurance's pledge to their customers. For a quote on protecting your home, auto, and business, call W.B. Green Insurance today. W.B. Green, professional insurance.
At Abel's, we're proud that so many people trust our family with their family's home comfort. I'm Russ Abels. For new heating and cooling, you can trust us to save you money with our high-efficiency systems. We're trusted for electrical work, lighting, outlets, generators, complete home electrical service upgrades. We do it all. And you can trust us in an emergency. Whether it's heating, cooling, or electrical repairs, we promise to do the job right. It's what we do for family, and it's what everyone deserves. Trust Abels.
We are back here at Maysville. Maysville trots back out on field, leading Meadowbrook 28-0 with 5:04 left in the third quarter. I want to thank our producer, Brett Klein, doing an excellent job sitting right here beside me. He's got more buttons in front of him than NASA. Bob fakes, throws to Armstead. Armstead jukes 1, jukes 2, jukes kind of 3, and then Lowry brings him down after a pickup of about 10. So first down, Maysville. Armstead's been fantastic on the night. Catches the ball, and you got to have at least 2 guys to tackle him. He's very good in space. Maysville gets the ball right at the 50-yard line midfield. First down. 2 double slot, double receivers. Jarrett beside Bob. Jarrett takes 2 steps, Bob takes 2 steps back. Flushed again. Chucks one downfield. He's got another man wide open and just out of that same thing we saw from Tyler DeBolt earlier. He got behind, comes all the way across the field. Does not make the catch, but that would have been a great catch. And had he caught it, he may have been out of bounds anyway. But we've seen that a lot tonight, Richard, where Alex Bob gets flushed out of the pocket and makes the plays, and almost made a big one there.
And I'll tell you, has a nice arm on the move. He threw the ball downfield, and while they didn't complete the play, he had a chance.
He did.
He gave him a chance.
Yes, he did. 2nd and 10. Clock stopped at 4:20 in the third quarter. Maysville up 28-0. This time Maysville goes empty set. 5 receivers. Got a screen, jailbreak screen, and that's really snuffed out by Cam Morrison. Cam Morrison's all over it. Pass completed to Josh Maxwell, but Morrison was right there, maybe a gain of 1. Morrison flying around defensively for the Colts tonight. As I mentioned earlier, there's 2 inside backers for the Colts. Young, Cam Morrison, only a junior. Talon Cannon, only a sophomore. 3rd and 9. Maysville. Trips to the left. Bob rolls to the left. He's going to have a little bit of room to run, but he decides to throw it and throws a bullet and is completed to number 8, Tyler DeBolt. The junior catches it for the first down, and that's about the 3rd time we've seen Bob rolling to his left and just gun it to the receiver. Right on the money. So that's another first down for this Maysville Panther football team. They're inside Colt territory at the 37-yard line. Hand signals all over the place back to the Maysville sideline. And Colts look like they jumped, and I don't even think, no, they call it, I'm sorry. Ethan Hetty jumped, but he was drawn offside by the Maysville offensive line. So that's going to march the Panthers back 5 yards. So that'll bring up a 1st and 15. But I tell you what, we've got a list of sponsors, and without our sponsors, I'm going to go over them here in a bit. This would not be possible to be listening to us or watching the game. So Maysville gets it 1st and 15, 3:38 left in the 3rd. Hand off to Jarrett up the gut, and he gets away. He's got some speed, and he is going to score a touchdown. That is a 42-yard run by Hayden Jarrett. And, you know, he hasn't been cut loose yet, but that might be what cuts him loose for the 2022 season. Jarrett, a 42-yard touchdown run, and that's going to put the running clock into effect for Maysville and Meadowbrook. That's the Hayden Jarrett I remember last year in the last game of the year.
Well, we saw both from Jarrett right there. His strength to get away and his speed to...
Strength and speed. Okay, we are going to keep it here. That extra point was good. We're going to keep it here. And it's 35-0 Maysville, and I did want to hit these sponsors again. And we have plenty, and we really thank them. We have Wayne Garage Door, Galaxy Pizza, J&S Tree Services, Stoney's RVs, 209 Tire and Mass Tire, Guernsey County Children's Services, Bruner Land Company, TK Auto Services, Doan Ford, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, WB Green, West 40 Auto Sale, Southeastern Med, Abel's Heating and Cooling, Valentine Insurance, and White Pillars Christmas House. So, with 3:27 left in the 3rd quarter, Maysville leads 35-0 over Meadowbrook, and it's just been in dominant fashion, Richard. I mean, there's nothing more to say.
It sure has been, and you know, again, we knew the Panthers had the skill players. They've really shown up tonight, been great, and then of course the concern. I'm not sure may no longer be a concern for Coach Clark, and that's his offensive defensive line. I think they've played very well.
Yeah, they played really, really well. Maysville has shown more team speed than I anticipated, and they've got a pretty good football team, and they got the rhythm going right now offensively. Deep kick to Norman. Norman catches it inside the 5. Norman goes to his right toward the Colt bench. He's going to be tackled inside the 20. Great kickoff coverage there by the Panthers. Brought down by a host of Maysville Panthers, including number 15. That was Dylan Stevens, the 6'2", 170-pound junior. And the running clock in effect, so we are below 3 minutes now here in the 3rd quarter. If Meadowbrook were to score and get an under 30-point lead, we go back to normal time clock settings. And it does sound like and look like Maysville's going to bring a couple starters off the field and start subbing. 1st and 10 Meadowbrook from the 17. Huey drops back. He's got plenty of room out here to run it. He's going to run it, and he's going to pick up a first down. Looks like 10 or 11 yards for Justice Huey. I'm sorry, not a first down. He ran out 3 yards short, so he picked up 7 on that play. Bring up a 2nd and 3. Huey takes a snap, drops. Had a little bit of time, eludes. This time he will pick up the first down. Nice escapability, elusiveness there by Huey. Colts have a player. Now there's our first cramp of the night. And you can always tell when it's a cramp because they kind of shake around and you get in that calf or that hamstring and it just feels like you've been shot.
Just hurts really bad.
And they got to kind of stretch you out there. Now, during a timeout, during an injury, the clock will stop. And we'll take a quick break here. We'll be back here after 1.
It may not feel like Christmas where you are, but step into the White Pillars Christmas house and you'll definitely feel like it is. From the smallest decorations and ornaments to heirloom quality collectibles, the White Pillars Christmas house is your best choice for celebrating the holiday season. Visit the White Pillars Village Shops, National Road between Cambridge and Zanesville, exit 164 off I-70, open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 5.
Meadowbrook athletic trainer Mike Marston tending to a colt with a cramp, and we cannot tell who it is right now. I've always heard the old pickle juice theory. Drink that pickle juice. You ever drink pickle juice, Richard?
I really don't care for it.
Yeah.
I have had it.
You know, I'm not a fan of pickle juice. I like pickles, but you know what I am a fan of? Pickle sauce on wings. They have like a pickle wing sauce, and they can do it in a spicy fashion, and I'm a fan of that. So if you ever get a chance, try that. And
I will do that. It sounds good.
Okay. So let's save your pickle juice, folks, for the cramps coming up next few weeks. First few weeks, usually you get your cramps. Football's a weird sport. Playing August, starting August, and it's 90. You finish in December. If you're in a state championship, it's snowing.
Yeah, that's right.
Huey, plenty of time. Maybe the most time he had all night. He gets flushed from the pocket. He's going to have to run it again. And he's going to be brought down by number 11, Todd Saxton. He's a 6-foot junior. Huey picked up about 7. Colts on the march, been all Huey this drive. He's back to pass, but he's been flushed and made the yards on his own. Huey again rolls to his right. He's being chased again. He throws, it's incomplete. And once again, we got a 0 or a 6 or one of those numbers I can't see on the opposite side of the field who that was intended for. You know, sophomore Justice Huey in his first start, yeah, it's been tough.
It has, but you know, he's done a pretty good job of running the football when he's been flushed out of the pocket, which has happened a lot tonight.
Yes.
Hasn't really panicked.
No, he has not.
I don't want to jinx him, but he hasn't thrown an interception.
Right.
I mean, he's been solid in terms of his decision making. There just haven't been a lot of opportunities for him.
No, and well covered out there by Maysville. Cam Morrison on that last run picked up a first down for the Colts. Morrison again. He's running hard. He gets about 5 or 6 this time. Several subs in on that Maysville defense. So 2nd and 4. And the clock, this may be the last play of the third quarter. In fact, I know it's going to be the last play of the third quarter. Huey rolls to his left, pressured again, and he's going to be driven down by Matthew Harper, the 5'11 sophomore. And that's going to bring an end to the third quarter. So, from Southtown here in Maysville High School, Maysville leads Meadowbrook and we will be back right after this.
Galaxy Pizza of Byesville and Cambridge features fresh-made dough and fresh-cut veggies on their products every day. Pizza and wings make the perfect combination for your game. Galaxy Pizza is happy to help with the sports preview and want to wish all teams good luck in the upcoming season. Enjoy the evening and enjoy their pizza. Galaxy Pizza, we're out of this world. Give them a call in Byesville or in Cambridge to place your order at 685-0744 or 439-0744.
The car is making a strange noise. Then the worry starts. Who can we trust to fix the vehicle that won't cost an arm and a leg? TK Auto Service is the answer. They're the area's garage that treats customers fair and repairs what needs repaired. No upsells to drive the cost up. TK Auto Service, east of New Concord and minutes from Cambridge on Route 40.
Hey, this is Ted with TK Auto Service. Give us a call at 826-4916. That's 826-4916. Make us your repair service for all your vehicle care.
We are live back here in South Zanesville, where Maysville leads Meadowbrook. Start of the fourth quarter. Panthers lead the Colts 35-0. Colts trying to put some points on the board here. Hand off to Morrison. Morrison's going to pick up the first down on 3rd and 6. Colts playing fast again here. The running clock rule in effect right now. Colts have the ball on the Maysville 40-yard line. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right to the far side. Huey drops back. He's going to go up to Norman, just over the outstretched arms of Nick Norman. Starting to see some good sportsmanship here. Number 5 there. Josh Maxwell helping Norman off the turf. Pats him on the butt. I'd like to thank Richard Hall here, my right-hand man here doing his math. That used to be me doing that math. Now I just got to use my eyes a little bit better here. So we got Justice Huey here in the pistol. He's going to hand off, and that's Sam Bopp again. Sam Bopp is bottled up. Gets about a yard and a half. On a tackle there for Maysville. Looked like, I think Hayden Jarrett's still in there. Yeah, that was Hayden Jarrett. The excellent inside linebacker for the Panthers. Excellent all-around athlete. We're going to, him and Bob, we'll be hearing a lot about them in all football season and all basketball season. Quick hitter out there. Bubble screen, nothing going on. Well defended by Matthew Harper, only a sophomore, 5'11", 150. So that's going to bring up 4th and about 8. Colts obviously in 4-down territory. Clock's running. We're under 10 minutes. First Friday of high school football. Many games last night, Richard. You see here a bunch of games on Thursday now.
Yeah, I did see that.
My alma mater went down to Marietta and put a whooping on them, beat them by 30, River Pilots.
There you go.
Yep. Here in 4th and 9. Pass out to Morrison. Morrison looks like he's going to get the first down. Gain of about 13, so nice pass there from Huey to Morrison out in the flats. Keeps this drive rolling. So 1st down and 10. Ball at the Maysville 24 on the right hash. Trips to the left. Norman the single receiver to the right. Hand off to Bopp. And he is tackled again by, guess who? Hayden Largent, right there, jolly on the spot. Yeah, the one thing I do like about Jared, and I've watched, like I said, he's same about, he's just strong, he's fast, he's got some quickness to him, he's got a knack for the ball, he's always in the right place at the right time. He's the exact opposite of me.
Well, you were a great player. But he just competes too. He plays hard.
He just gets to the football. Huey, he gets flushed out to the left. I tell you, that's a good toe tap. Good job there. Nice catch there by, that was Evan Dyer. Did they call that complete or was that incomplete? Well, nonetheless, they did call it incomplete, but Dyer, just a freshman. I'm sorry, that's Evan Dyer. He's a senior, 5'11" senior. He did a nice toe tap, but they called it incomplete. Must have had a toe on the chalk. So this is going to bring up a third in about 10, third and 10. Norman in motion. Hand off to Bop. Bop gets a little bit of room there. Got a little bit of a crease. Brings up a more manageable fourth down. So it's going to be fourth and about 5. 7:47 and ticking. In the fourth quarter, Maysville leads 35-0. We're on the Nash Icon 107.9 and 98.5 and YRP TV. Huey tries to get the Panther defensive line to jump, to no avail. Pistol formation. Huey sends Morrison in motion. Morrison gets all the way across. Snap. Ball fake to Bop, and nice play here by Morrison. And I think he picked up the first down because he got walloped by Armstead right off the bat. Was strong enough, took the blow, spun, and picked up a 6. He needed 5. So drive keeps going here for the Colts. Colts trail 35-0 here in Southtown. Huey takes the snap, quick throw out here, and they're going to call this an incomplete pass. Pass was intended for Evan Dyer through his hands. A lot of times, Richard, on those quick screens, you wonder if they're backward, laterals. I should say lateral.
Yeah,
There's
that
no
was
such thing as a backward
yeah,
lateral.
that was close.
So if you're defense, you always pick it up. Your offense, you always jump on it. So second down and 10. Huey rolls to his left, and he throws it in the middle of a bunch of the Maysville defenders, but I think it's complete, and I think it's complete to Dyer again. Nice catch there by Dyer.
Yeah, Dyer made a nice catch right there in traffic.
In traffic.
And give Huey credit there that he threaded it and made a nice throw.
Put it the only place it could be. So 3rd and 5 from about the 7. Huey claps. Hands off. No, he fakes. And he may, boy, it's going to be close. If not, he's got a chance. They can still get a first down. Huey made a nice fake, dodged some traffic inside there, and that's going to bring up 4th down from the 3 or 4. And they need about 3 or 4 for a touchdown, but they only need about a yard for the first down. Huey takes the snap, and that's going to be a touchdown, and I think that was Sam Bop. Yeah, that was Sam Bop. Scores the first touchdown of the season for the Meadowbrook Colts. So Sam Bop, the senior, from 4 yards out, gets the Colts on the board. Makes it 35-6 with Garrett Milam on to kick the extra point. The hold will be by Braylon Lowry. 5:18 left here. And Milam's kick is up, and it is good. So with 5:18 left to play here at the Maysville Athletic Complex, we're going to take a break. Maysville leads Meadowbrook 35-7. We'll be back.
Now located at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell, Ohio. Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance Company is a mutual insurance company established in 1896 for the purpose of providing insurance coverage to rural Ohio. They offer a product to meet your insurance need, whether it is for a farm, rental dwelling, home in town, secondary or seasonal dwelling, churches, or mobile home. They partner with Grinnell Mutual Insurance Company to offer liability coverage to package with their patrons' Buckeye Mutual policy. Call today at 638-3604 and follow them on Facebook at Patrons Buckeye.
At Abel's, we're proud that so many people trust our family with their family's home comfort. I'm Russ Abels. For new heating and cooling, you can trust us to save you money with our high-efficiency systems. We're trusted for electrical work, lighting, outlets, generators, complete home electrical service upgrades. We do it all. And you can trust us in an emergency. Whether it's heating, cooling, or electrical repairs, we promise to do the job right. It's what we do for family, and it's what everyone deserves. Trust Abels.
Back here at Maysville High School, Maysville leads Meadowbrook. Opening game of the 2022 season. Maysville leads 35-7. Colts just with a Sam Bopp 4-yard touchdown run. Colts kick off. Milam kicks it down to Fink. Fink picks it up, puts it in his left arm. He's got some room. Fink returns it all the way out almost to midfield. Gets it out to the 47-yard line. Nothing much going on there. Just Doan Fink catching the ball and running straight forward.
Yeah, did a good job of following his blockers. Got to the sideline, made a nice return. Gives the Panthers really good field position.
Another one of those guys that's, you know, one of these additional weapons that the Maysville Panthers have. They've got 4 or 5 guys that can catch the ball and run the ball. Been pretty impressed tonight with this Maysville Panther club. So now we're going to have some new names, looks like, for this Panther offense. Now in at quarterback, looks like it's going to be number 11, Todd Saxton. He's a junior, 6-footer, 175 pounds. He's going to keep it himself, and nothing doing there. Taken down quickly by the freshman, Cooper McManaway. 5'9", 155. Snuck in there quicker than a house cat. Take down Saxton. 2nd down and 10. Maysville at their own 47. 2 backs in the backfield. Hayden Jarrett's still in the game. This time they're going in. Saxton's going to do it again and have about the same result. Taken down that time. And I think that was, well, I tell you what, now the numbers are hard to see. I'm going to say that was, I saw 58, and there's not a 58 on the roster. Is that a 68? Could that have been Austin Steele?
That's a 68,
okay,
yeah. There
68,
you go.
Austin Steele. But I do see a 58 here, too, and I don't see a 58 on the roster. Oh, well. So be it. Okay, 3rd and 10 for Maysville. Saxton throws a nice ball out to Matthew Harper. Nice perfect touch over the Colt defense. That's going to be a 1st down for Maysville. Running clock no longer in effect now because the lead is 28. And now there's going to be a heap of substitutions here. They don't even bother calling the timeout to sub them. They've had them ready to go. Now, what's the chances, Richard? There's going to be either 10 players on the field or 12. Okay, we got one guy. I love watching these substitutions like this. You're in, you're out, you're in, you're out. They got to call timeout. And there it is. There it is. You just can't mass substitute 11 guys.
Yeah, especially when they're young. They're just so excited to be in there.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I tell you what we'll do. We'll keep it here. The producer's telling me, yep, that's a good move. Might keep it here. We're through. Brett Klein, want to thank him. I've been with Brett a few years now. Young man, bright future, very techy. Without him, gets everything set up. So we're taken well care of up here in the box. And another thing too, Richard, I can't stress enough how nice it is where we're doing this game. We have space. We had air conditioning early. We have pizza back here. We got water. There's a printer. Like, how many press boxes have a printer? I mean, it's just really nice. Just so much space. Each coach's box, they're separated. It's just a fantastic facility.
It sure is, and great place to watch a game as a fan, too. It's just a beautiful facility. It's well kept, well taken care of. So Maysville has a lot to be proud of.
Yes, they do. Okay, so nothing doing there, and that was number 6 carrying the football. That was Jules Swingle. Jules Swingle, the junior, 5'10", 175 pounds. I think that's the first time I've ever said a first name, Jules, J-U-L-Z, and I love it. That's a great name. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Saxton still under center. Well, not under center, but at quarterback for Maysville. Hands off to little jet sweep action there. Colts all over it. Looked like Talon Cannon. And that was Talon Cannon with the stop. Andrew Boffman, 5'7" junior. A lot of juniors for this. Both teams, juniors, sophomores. A lot of young guys. And the clock's running. We're down below 2:20 in the fourth quarter here at the Maysville Athletic Complex. The MAC, known as the MAC, the MAC. Play clock down below 7. And we're going to have a quick pitch sweep out here. And I think that was number 18, Cohen Llewellyn. Cohen Llewellyn picked up about 2. Bring up 4th down. He stayed in bounds, so the clock's going to continue to run. 3rd down and 9 for Maysville. A lot of young faces out there for both clubs right now.
If you're Maysville, that's a great thing. You get those young kids a little bit of experience. It's going to be a long year, and actually same thing for the Colts. It's nice to play some guys and get them a little bit of experience.
Keep your starters healthy right now, and trouble with the snap, but they did manage to get it. 77 for the Colts there. Ethan Hetty again on the tackle, and that was 4th down. They had a 3rd on the sticks, so Colts take over on downs with 1:16 left. We have to pick a play of the game. We have to pick a drive of the game. We have to pick a Meadowbrook player of the game, a Maysville player of the game, and a lineman of the game.
We have a lot to talk about, a lot of decisions to make, and there's been a lot of great plays, so it's not going to be easy.
No, it's not going to be easy. But I know we got some pizza to give away and some T-shirts, and their pictures will be taken. So Huey stays in at quarterback. He rolls to his left, throws just over, and to me it looked like he threw to number 10, but obviously 10 threw the pass. So let me take a wild guess who that was. I'm going to say that was Landon Kuhn, number 18, but I'm not real sure. I cannot see who that is. That side of the field from here is tough to see. It's a little darker on that side, and plus it's about 100 yards further. Well, 51 yards further to be exact. That's how wide a football field is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Landon Kuhn. So that brings up 2nd down from the Colts 34-yard line. Dyer goes in motion, and we're going to have probably a delay of game, our first delay of game of the night. You remember the old days, Richard? It seems like everybody has play clocks. You know how you move, it was under 5 seconds? That back judge would put his hand up. You watched when the back judge, when you were in the victory formation, he'd put that hand up, and then you just count through the quarterback in your head, and you take that knee, and that's how you knew how much time was left.
Yep, it's a lot easier now. They've got everything in front of them.
Yes,
they can see it.
Not to mention turf. Okay, so 1:09 left here. Colts 2nd and 15. Colts down 35-7. Huey rolls right, got all day. All day, nobody home. He's going to roll with it. Oh, and he got stung by number 23, Alex Ray, the freshman, 5'7", 150 pounds. Come from behind and just put the wood to Huey. We're below 40 seconds here at Maysville. Third and about 13. Huey rolls left this time, being chased, and it's going to be a catch and a completion, but a short gain, and I think that's Kuhn again. I think that's Landon Kuhn, the sophomore, 6 foot, 200-pound sophomore, and they called incomplete. I've only been wrong 26, 27 times tonight, Richard, but next week maybe down below 20.
Well, coming in, we knew we were going to be a little rusty, so it's okay.
We're hanging in there. We're going to prove just like these teams are.
That's our goal. We're a little bit like the teams. hopefully we're better in week 10 than we are week 1, right?
That's right. Next week, the Colts host. Huey rolls out. Oh, and just through the hands of the receiver for Meadowbrook. Once again, on that side of the field right now, it's tough to see. And look, I think Maysville goes to New Lex to take on the Panthers down there, the Battle of the Panthers down there. New Lexington Panthers, the Maysville Panthers. You know, I looked up something today on Joe Itel. You're familiar with Joe Itel?
A little bit.
The playoff rankings. All the Division IV teams, which Meadowbrook and Maysville were in there, and they put them all in alphabetical order to start the year because everybody's 0-0. There are 6 MVL teams in Division IV, Region 15. In alphabetical order, it was all 6 of them. And I can't remember off the top of my head. Obviously, Meadowbrook, Maysville, Riverview was in there, New Lex, and they were in alphabetical order. It was all 6 in a row. Just weird how it added up and looked like that. And there's the victory formation now. And that was number 17 in their quarterback. Give Cade Rock a shout out. Freshman got in there, took his first snap probably, and took a knee. So I'll tell you what we'll do. This one's wrap. It's a wrap here from South Zanesville. Maysville, in impressive fashion, takes down the Meadowbrook Colts 35-7. We are going to compile some things and get some final thoughts and analysis from Richard Hall. We will be right back in a few minutes.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Start thinking about outdoor project season. That's where J&S Tree Care Services can help. Whether it's hauling, cutting, trimming, removal, stump grinding, leaf and debris cleanup, or any other timber project, nothing is too far away, too big, or too small. J&S Tree Care Services can do it all. Find us on Facebook at JS Tree Care Services and call me, Jeanette, or my husband, Steve, for a free quote at 740-260-6603.
This year, the Southeastern Med Cancer Services team is celebrating 30 years of being accredited by the National Commission on Cancer. Earning this accreditation and maintaining it for 3 decades is a testament to their team's quality outcomes, dedication, commitment, and care for their patients and community. Learn more by visiting seormc.org today.
I try to save money when I can, but lately, I've been stretching my dollars so much, I'm getting a cramp. That's why I'm glad I went to Kohl's. For great back-to-school deals, like kids' clothes for under $7, sheets for just $9.99, and the cutest jeans for under $20. Plus, I earned Kohl's Cash. So, when times are tight, get to Kohl's.
Select styles ends August 21st. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
I absolutely love my dog, but the constant shedding, not so much. But then I got a Swiffer Sweeper Pet Kit, and it is amazing. These super thick cloths pick up a crazy amount of hair. Just look at all that. And that was from just one swipe. And the best part? Sweeper's so much easier to maneuver than a broom or a vacuum, easily getting around chairs and under the couch. You're right. Now I can focus on you, not your shedding. Swiffer Sweeper Pet Kit. Because shed happens.
Are you paying too much for homeowners insurance?
Has your insurance company raised your deductible? Hi, this is John Valentine with Valentine Insurance. Many people can't accurately answer these questions. With many premiums escrowed into mortgages, homeowners don't pay attention to changes to their policies anymore. It's time you visit Valentine Insurance for a true, no-obligation review of your insurance policy. Call 994-1776 or stop by our office at 739 Southgate Parkway in Cambridge.
Here's a quick check of that Buckeye Tire Pros scoreboard. In the fourth quarter, Fort Fry leading John Glenn 27-6. Also in the fourth quarter, Philo beating Athens 41-6. Cambridge beating Indian Creek right now 28-0 in the fourth quarter. St. Francis 28, Tri-Valley 0, and Zanesville beating Newark right now 40-14 in the fourth quarter.
Hey everybody, we're back here live in South Zanesville on the campus of Maysville High School, where we just saw Maysville take down the Meadowbrook Colts 35-7 in the initial start of high school football. I'm here with Richard Hall. My name is Mike Snively. And Richard, I tell you what, we saw a really good Maysville performance tonight. We saw a lot of playmakers on both sides of the ball on offense and defense for Maysville. But, you know, the one thing we talked about that was going to be the key for Maysville in this game was going to be the play up front. Those 5 guys on the offensive line and those front 3 guys on defense. And, boy, did they step up tonight.
Boy, they sure did. They sure answered a lot of questions for Coach Clark and his coaching staff, you know, coming in. Of course, you'll hear a little bit about preseason type of predictions and coaches talk about their team. And his concern, obviously, was the offense and defensive line. I think they've really grown up through their scrimmages and really had a nice game tonight for game 1. Really did a nice job. Bought Alex Bob a lot of time. A couple times he would roll to his right or his left, and the offensive line would have to shift and change their blocking angles, and I think they did a great job doing that. Bought Bob a lot of time, and he has so many weapons, whether it be Hayden Jarrett or Armstead, or I can name 3 or 4 other guys, Colin Fink for one, that, you know, Bob just had so many weapons, and he just had an outstanding game. Meadowbrook, on the other hand, you know, and as you and I talked off the air there at our last break, so glad to see the Colts score.
Yes.
Build some momentum going into week 2. You know, Coach Norman knew coming in, they're young, they're inexperienced, and they're going to grow up a lot tonight. So football's a long season, and with 16 teams making it in each division now, you know, you can still have a great year and make the playoffs. You can't get too concerned after game 1 as long as you come out healthy, and hopefully both teams did.
And I think hopefully, you know, Ty Griffith's okay. He got hurt early in the game, a really good player for the Meadowbrook team, both offensively and defensively. And you said it, you hit the nail on the head. A lot of people surrounded with the Meadowbrook community and the Meadowbrook football program knew this year was going to be a learning curve. And they did come out with some fire and tenacity after being down 4 touchdowns in that first half. Just couldn't make the plays down the stretch on short plays. Maysville, on the other hand, not only is Bob an excellent quarterback, he does have the weapons, like you mentioned, around him. And this is a year, just like last year, where 16 teams from each division will get in the playoffs. Region, I should say. These teams are in the same region, the Region 15. There are 28 teams. 28 teams, 16 will make it. So more than half the teams are going to make the playoffs. But I think both of these teams are going to continue to improve. And are there any key stats you would like to go over here for?
Well, Alex Bob, we talked about him, his performance tonight, 17 of 22 for 220. Made some great passes down the field. We talk about that pass to Jared, and then Jared broke tackles and had that 42-yard touchdown.
Yes.
There, and I believe in the third quarter, that just really impacted the game. But Maysville, this game was never in doubt once they built their lead. But, Meadowbrook kept competing. And statistically, they really spread it around a lot in terms of Jarrett, had 2 catches, 52 yards in the third quarter. And And then just Colin Fink was outstanding tonight. I could go on and on and on. But let's talk about the Colts just a little bit. We've got, we got Bob that, had a pretty nice night. Had 52 yards rushing, and carried the load and had some good gains, in the fourth quarter and in the third quarter there, and a growing experience for him. Obviously, probably Meadowbrook's going to have to become a little more than one-dimensional. They were able to establish the run a little bit, had trouble throwing the ball down the field. But we have to remember, he had his first varsity start.
Right.
And so he's going to grow. He's going to get
Absolutely.
better. We'll see I think you have Meadowbrook next week.
Yes.
I think you'll see a tremendous gain from week 1 to week 2
and
in
your young guys
quarterback
do that.
play.
You do. Your young guys, they make their big jumps from week 1 to week 2. Those young guys do. And speaking of Meadowbrook's offense and defense and Maysville's offensive stats, we got to give away 2 player of the games. And for Maysville, obviously, we're going to give it to Alex Bob. He was fantastic tonight, and he's going to win the Lock 9 pizza for the game. So the player of the game is brought to you by Lock 9 Pizza in Duncan Falls. By the way, these 2 pizzas that we're giving away tonight are 2 of my favorite pizzas in this entire area. But the player of the game is brought to you by Lock 9 Pizza in Duncan Falls. Try their Wangus burgers with unlimited fries, 100% juicy Wagyu and Angus blend. It's the burger people come back for at Lock 9 Pizza in Duncan Falls. And that's going to go to Alex Bob, who was fantastic tonight, not only throwing the football, running the football, but his elusiveness and just the ability to make plays earned him this player of the game. For Meadowbrook, and I find this interesting, we have Alex Bob was the player of the game. For Meadowbrook, it's going to be Sam Bopp. So we got B-O-B-B and B-O-P-P. So Sam Bopp is going to win the +1 pizza player of the game. And +1 pizza in Byesville, Caldwell, and Cambridge features world-famous premium cheese, 100% provolone and mozzarella. You'll love the taste. Visit +1.com. So congratulations to Alex Bob and Sam Bopp for winning, respectively, the players of the game for their teams. One more thing a couple more things we have to give away. We're going to give the Power Lineman of the Day, brought to you by the Guernsey Muskingum Electric shirt, and they're going to get a T-shirt from Guernsey Electric, and that player was Trenton Pitts for Maysville. He was all over the field in the first half. Didn't have to play a whole lot in the second half due to the score. And you were taking notes over there, and without a doubt, I said, who's going to be the lineman of the game? And before I could even get game out of my mouth, you were already saying Pitts. So Trenton Pitts is going to win the lineman from the Guernsey County Electric shirts. And 2 more things we've got to before we wrap this up. The play of the game, we're going to go with the second touchdown. This is when the momentum really took over for Maysville. Bob gets in trouble, 42 yards out. It's like a third down. He's in trouble. He rolls to his left. He gets back to his right, gets some great blocking, and you pointed that out very well. Gets some great blocking when he rolls back to his right, chucks it downfield 42 yards in the air to it was Tyler DeBolt. Tyler DeBolt catches it, and that made it 13-0 extra point, make it 14-0. So that was the play of the game, and the drive of the game was the very next drive to make it 21-0, where Maysville picked up 3 or 4 first downs in a row, converted several third down conversions, and then the big play was when let's see, who was Wesley Armstead, the double pass.
The double pass.
Yeah, you could probably explain that better than me. That was the double pass.
From Bob's to Armstead to Colin Fink, wasn't it?
Yep. So it was like a 3-man passing route. We had to double pass, and that was going to be our drive of the game. So the play of the game, drive of the game, they don't win anything. They just get to hear their name on YouTube over replay. So anyhow, we're going to give all that stuff away. We will get these awards to these players as soon as we can. And but Richard, week one, I thought I thought some things went well for us. Speaking on behalf of us, it's our first time doing a game together. It was a pleasure, and we got several more to go, so that's good. And I'm looking forward. I think we go to Riverview for Meadowbrook, and I think there's another place we go. I'm not real sure, but we'll have a pretty good idea of what the Colts will be doing throughout the season.
Yeah, we will, and they're going to improve drastically. And talk about Huey for just a second. 10 for 20, 63 yards. We did not see an interception tonight by either team. So that's a great way to start week one.
Right.
We didn't have a fumble. We didn't have turnovers, and that's pretty common week one till you get used to the atmosphere of varsity football. So there were a lot of positive things tonight. When Meadowbrook coaches go back and look at the film, obviously you'd like to win and you'd like the score to be closer if you didn't win, but they're going to find some things they did pretty well in terms of we didn't turn it over. We didn't have an interception with a quarterback that played his first varsity game against a good opponent with a lot of experience. So, there's going to be some positive things there. And then if you're Maysville, after being 3-7 to come out here and win your home opener says a lot about your guys. And I'll tell you what it really does is that your skill guys that have experience now have confidence in their offensive and defensive line, because that was a comment that was made by Hayden Jarrett in the paper was we're going to back our guys. We're going to hang in there. We're going to compete until they learn how to compete and grow up a little bit. And I tell you, the offensive line, defensive line, I think did that tonight for the Panthers.
I agree. Excellent points, Richard. And I agree with you 100%. These two teams are going to improve. Maysville, just looking at it now, Maysville's going to play in that bigger school side of the division of the MVL. But, they're going to make some noise. They're going to make the playoffs this year. And Meadowbrook, I think that's a good goal for them. Try to sneak in the playoffs, get in there, build for the future. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to shut her down now. We got to hand out some awards to some people. But we really appreciate everybody. Our sponsors are fantastic. Brett Klein, our director and producer, doing everything up here. We had a great weather here in South Zanesville, but now the fog is starting to roll in, and I think it's getting close to our bedtime, Richard. So.
It sure is.
So we're going to start moving here a little bit, but we want to thank everybody out there. If you were listening on the Nash Icon or watching us on the YRP TV Facebook or the YouTube channel. So for Richard Hall, I'm Mike Stively. We will talk to you next week at Meadowbrook at Barnesville. Final score tonight from South Zanesville, Maysville 35, Meadowbrook 7. Good night, everybody.
This has been a presentation by AVC Sports. This game is brought to you by Doan Ford, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance, WB Green, West 40 Auto Sales, Southeastern Med, Abel's, Valentine Insurance, TK Auto, White Pillars Christmas House, Wayne Garage Doors, Galaxy's Pizza, J&S Tree Services, Stoney's RVs, 209 Tire, and Guernsey County Children's Services.